What's going on, mateys? We were getting some weird sounds in here, and I was wondering if John maybe had his browser on not muted or something. What's going on, mateys? Or it's me. I've got a double loop going. In here. I was wondering if John maybe had his browser on not muted. I don't really understand how that's happening. Oh, there it's gone. How magic is that? So anyway, here's the deal. There was an incident in town. There was maybe some thievery, some murdery, and a lot of pillagery. So we're getting out a deal. We're gonna hang out here in our little cave with you guys and little chat-alongs. We're gonna have a good time till the heat runs amok. We're gonna make it happen. I hope you guys are well on this Tuesday. It is almost Halloween, one of the coolest nights of the year for us children who claim we're adults. In a minute, I'm going to bring on that scary guy, John. And, look, for 364 days a year, John terrifies all of you. Tonight, he's going to do it with an actual costume on, I hope. I see some people in chat. We're going to get to that in a quick second. Let's just make sure we're all settled. What do you guys think? Should we bring in the scary guy and then we can get into your chats? I'm so behind on chats, but here's the thing. Probably not going to be able to keep up with that anyway. So here's what we're going to do. Let's bring in John and we'll start firing on the whatever chats we got going because we're going to bring people in. It's going to be a thing. And so here's the deal. We will drop in. I don't have Nightbot going tonight, but I will drop in the link for StreamYard. And we'll make that happen, and maybe Cash, you can pick that up and help me out once it's down, or somebody, one of the mods. Just remember, you will need earphones, headset of some kind, obviously a camera, and I think you have to be a sub. But come back and join if you want. So with all that said, let's bring in our big fun guy John and see what's happening. Is that Are you there? Oh my God, where's your sound? What happened to you? He's frozen.
I'm here. Don't worry. I was so amazed by everything you were doing. It was awesome. Hold on, let me change.
Okay, you. Oh, look at the magic that's going on. Look at the magic. I don't see any difference. This looks just like you. Yeah. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Nicely done. I'm kind of jealous. I'm jealous that you can actually rip out like a bunch of different costumes like this. This is very cool, actually. Way to go, my friend. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised. This is.
Oh, I want to see your background. Can we go big? I want to see that.
Oh, you want to see it go wide? Hang on a second. Okay, Here we go, bro. All right, here we go.
Look at that. That looks
Look at
great,
that.
man.
You know what? What I was going to do is kind of every so often maybe add, let's go ahead and add these guys for a minute. Let's add some eyeballs, we'll just kind of change it up and rotate it and we'll kind of build it. Got my lightning back there, got some things going on. And I know I'm really behind, but let's grab a couple people. I see Tracy Parks. Of course, Marlene was one of the first ones in here, as was Roxanne. I did see as well, by the way, this blue glass cat.
That's Darlene.
Is that Darlene?
I'm sure.
That's what I was wondering. I just wanted to make sure that because the name kind of threw me there for a second. Hey, back. How you doing? I like it. Like my orange up there. Got my I colored it all out for us, John. We're good to go. Everybody's in here so nice. Hope you guys are having a good time. You don't need a costume. If you're here just to say hi and see John and I act like the fools, well, then I think you've succeeded just fine. Hi, Mommy Guy. We got Mommy Lala, I know, is here. She's actually in the back waiting to come on. I'm just dying looking at her costume. What's Brian got going on? Hey, Brian, how you doing? I'm apparently going as a mime, but in street clothes. Those guys are great, and I'm just so glad you put up so much effort, because that's pretty much what John and I always end up doing. So I ended up putting this up here. If you want to scream with us, get on street. Look at John. He's doing the mime. God, is that scary, actually. That's really, really awesome and yet so bizarre.
Dude,
if you want to
intro rocked.
I hope you liked it. I think I was getting a little of your browser was coming back into my ears. I don't know if
I had my thing muted, but I think it was the browser, and I was like looking at it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like I see the llama flying, and it looked like it sounded like a space shuttle, and I'm like, then you said that, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's my browser.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm hearing stuff, and I double checked. I'm like, I think that's my boy, but that's okay.
I apologize.
Oh, I mean, you ruined everything, but that's okay. No, I'm kidding. When do you want to send? You know what? Right now, if you want to jump in a second, go for that. I'm just going to do a little bit of cleanup on chat with the few people that are here enjoying. I see Laura's here. Hey, how you doing, Laura Williams? It's good to see you. Thank you for the claps.
Hi, Laura.
Let us know how sound is. Let us know how everything's looking, if it matters. We're just having a good time. I see Roxanne's down on below, so that's cool. Look at this. Oh, hi, Amy Fisher. That's my wife. Everybody's getting a hello. Amy. That's right. I'm just going to scoot on down. You guys were having fun in there.
I dropped the link in again, so if you guys, and I'll keep on dropping it in through the night, and Cash, you probably will too. And we'll make it happen. Dropping it in so you guys can find it, and
we'll make that.
Let's have some fun.
We're gonna have some fun. It's Halloween. What are you gonna do? I question it. I'm like, this time I'm putting into this, but I don't care. It's just so much fun to do. Well, thank you so much about the costume. Yes, a bit of Captain Jack. I would like to have a little captain right about now. That would actually probably help. Amy sends a signal if you don't feel safe. Amy's back signal. That would be fantastic. Well, you guys are really talking a lot in here, and let's go ahead. I'm going to catch up to you guys. Hello, everyone. I'm eating dinner while watching this movie. Thank you, Tracy. Let's go. Cashew, what's to say right here? I don't know if this is a J. Smith. Okay. I've got the link to share again. All right, very good. Okay, very
awesome.
Cool. Yes, every day. John, who does your makeup? I would argue there is no makeup on this cat. That this is pretty much.
You look beautiful.
You look. You are quite the bride, sir. I'm not really sure. Thank you. I'm not really sure what to make of this, but. Zan, man, I didn't mean to step all over you. Zan says, very cool, John. It is very cool. I had no idea. And then when I walked in, John and I have not spoken in a couple of days, which I think was kind of a cool build up to coming in here, not knowing. I had no idea what a costume you'd be doing or anything. You had no idea what I was doing. This was your background, this all looks so amazing. Zan, thank you so much. He does look cool. I have to say, I'm wowed by this whole.
You knocked it out of the park. That intro was awesome. I was sitting there okay, this is great.
I saw you sitting there and I was waiting for a private chat to pop up and to go, dude, there's no sound. what's happening. Are you even going live?
No, everything is great.
Tracy, were you a theater kid? I've never acted or done theater. Actually, I've done music and things like that. The closest I got to theater is I did get to play on a track for Julie Andrews a few years ago. One of her first songs she did after she's quit for a while, and that was actually a lot of fun. That's the closest I've ever gotten to like Broadway or anything. Let's see here.
See Dr. Elo in there too.
I know. I see it, Abel's. We got, Lipstick does suit him. I'm going to scoot on down because I did see Dr. Elo. He's like, what? What? Oh my goodness. I'm clicking on, by the way. Okay, here we go. There we go. What? Yeah. I had no idea how this would go. I did try to put together a little trailer for tonight, more of a movie, as John was kind of alluding to. I put a little time into it, probably more than I should have, but it was fun. And that was kind of the whole point of the exercise, was something fun, creative, get out of your comfort zone. Because let me tell you, I'm not a theater kid, so this took me extremely out of my comfort zone. But, it works out. Hello, everyone.
It was awesome, dude.
I was really like, oh my God, John is either like out of it or he's not really into it. Abel's, hello. Hope everyone's doing fine. Well, did I miss anything? Come in late? Not really. John got married, so we're kind of celebrating that little news. Look at that. I mean, I don't know who you married or what you married to.
We got
changed. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so that's good to know. We were just kind of wondering what was happening.
Yeah, I remember she said that one time. That's why I figured it.
And I look, if I'm skipping over anybody, I'm just trying to kind of along because we've got people waiting in chat, and I want to get to them in a minute. But I also want to honor you, good people who were good enough to stop in and say hi. And in a minute, we're going to get to make fun of people. When we get a couple
people in, Jeff, I'll explain.
Yes, please.
My whole situation.
I know it's really elaborate. I really love it. Vinny's in town. That's cool. He's in the crib. John, I thought you were dressing up for Halloween tonight. I know. He's so lazy. He won't do anything to participate. He just comes as he does.
It's the
usual. This is Shift Kicker, by the way. New sub, thank you at Cashew. Shift Kicker, we are so happy to meet you. And I apologize that you meet us under such horrendous circumstances. There was an issue in town, a little episode, and so John and I are on the run. We were hanging out here, and I'm so glad you're a part of the crew hanging out with us. So
Shift Kicker, welcome.
Yeah, that's a great name. You're a part of the YouTube creatures hanging out over here at the Stream Buddy Cafe.
Having some fun.
JK, just kidding. You guys look great. Thank you, man. Thank you pretty much. Oh, look what Todd did for us.
Yeah, he switched it up with some.
Oh, Todd. I know Christmas is the king.
What up, Todd?
I get it. It's the big daddy, but I have to say I really do love Halloween, as you can tell. Tracy Park says, I'm going to burn my costume now. How can we live up to the bar you've set? You can come as is. You can come in as Tracy Parks. You put on a baseball cap and come in as Tommy. Just swear a lot and hate everything. You'll be fine. It'll work out. Don't even stress it.
That would be funny.
Roxanne says, I'm really blown away by your costume. Well, we're excited to see. I've got 3 people in the back, and we won't be waiting much longer because I'm almost caught up. This place is wicked.
Yo, this place is
Laquita and Corey, how you doing? It's so good to see everybody hanging out. It is wicked over here, I have to admit. It's scary wicked. Doctor, the good doctor.
Hi,
I'm
doctor.
Invisible. I'm shelter in.
Dr. Rob.
Dr. Rob. I feel like we need to have that low podcast voice when Dr. Rob Allen comes in.
Dr. Rob Allen.
Yeah, you got the right voice for it. You need to be doing it. And we're going to get they're friends, so that's good. So here's what we're going to do. Thank you. By the way, everybody that's here, thank you. Maybe I should switch this up, and maybe we'll throw this on. Yeah, well,
this is so much fun. We're just going to, I can't wait. Like, if you're out there and you're thinking about just throwing something on, throw something on. Come on in. I'll
figure out how to use my. Oh, wait. We got one more light I want to throw on for a second. We're going to throw on this light back here. We're going to get some ghosts back there. We're going to get some colors. There we go. Yeah, he's really enjoying this costume. I have to say, this is not at all what I expected from John, but I'm so pleasantly blown away by what you did here. This is incredible, and I think people are going to want to hear what you did. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I guess we could bring him in. How many? We got 3 people right now back in. They're our good friends. We have Lala, Roxanne, and Brian, 3 of our close and dear. Thank you. Is it Ayan? I can't pronounce her name. Ayan. Thank you. Yes. Ayan, thank you so much. John, yeah, you're enjoying it. So he is enjoying it, although I have to say, I actually had to put like makeup on and do the whole thing, and I don't know. Oh boy, I have to get one more here. I knew John and They're just good friends, I think. It's great to see you, Tommy. Appreciate so much. Just a great supporter. So here's what we're going to do. Let's bring in, how do you want to do this? We got 3 in the back. Should we bring in one at a time? Or
you could just introduce really fast and then bring them all on because we all want to hang out together.
Yeah, let's just do that. We'll bring everybody on, and we'll do it all. We're going to do it one time, right? So if everybody's ready in the background, give me a thumbs up if you guys in the back are ready. Roxanne, are you ready too? Everybody's ready? Oh, perfect. All right, here we go, guys. So we all know, no introduction, but we're going to need an introduction tonight. Well, I guess they'll know who you are because of the name, but we got Mommy Lala. We got Mommy God from Lala. I have no. This is absolutely hilarious. How are you doing?
Hilarious.
Oh my God! Is her mic on or what's going on here? Oh, well, she doesn't speak. There we go. There's the noise. That's what I was looking for. This is. Yep. And then John and I are going to go yep. Yeah, yep.
That's awesome.
Earthling.
Do you have name tags on in the thing?
I don't. I'm going to throw them on right now. They were
just in case.
Let me. There we are.
That's awesome.
How you doing? Thank you so much for stopping in from your alien planet. I guess that would be the Philippines. It's the third planet from the sun. I don't know what it is.
How long does that last before you're suffocating?
Yeah. How long does that last before you're just out of breath? Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. I like that someone's committed to character. This is very good. All right. So,
We will see. Yep.
Literally, if she starts floating, she starts floating or do something weird, I'm out of here.
I love it.
That is fantastic. Yes, Tommy said he called the police. This is not safe for the children. It is absolutely getting scary out here. I'll catch up to chat in a minute. We're going to bring our great and dear friend, Roxanne, on. I can't say enough about her. She's been such an ardent fan. And by the way, has to stay up very late to watch us, and she does. And it's much appreciated. So let's bring her on and give her a big hello. Hello, Roxanne. How you doing?
From
Hello.
France.
Oh, it's so great to finally see and hear your voice. How are you doing? Are you tired? What time is it there?
Look at me. Do I look tired?
No. But you've had a day already. I'm sure it's like midnight or past, right? It's got to be almost midnight, right?
It's 2.
It's 3.
Let's keep going.
Well, the public school system.
Your shows are broadcasting between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Well, I apologize, but John makes me do this time frame because he has to work, but I can't believe you're up. But how amazing that you're up. Yes, that is amazing. I am so glad to
All the cool kids.
We are all the cool kids. Well, thank you so much for coming on and say hi to us. We have been wanting to talk to you for so long, and you've been such a great supporter. Like Lala, it's not Lala. I don't know what is the name of that character. I can't remember now. Somebody help us out in the chat. You should have probably put your character name down there, Lala. I feel like you ate Lala, and that's
great. If you don't want to talk to anybody, she could just say anyone could ask her anything, and she just has to say yip.
Yeah, this is like the toughest interview ever because I was going to ask a couple questions. Everybody got
This is the Martian from Sesame Street.
I know, but is it just Martian? Oh, it's just Martian. Okay, we just call it Martian. I thought Rob Allen said martinis there for a second. It's spelling is our friend. Thank you, Doc. All right, we're going to bring on another person, and then we'll all get a little bit of chat going along here. Not a lot of introduction needed here, and he is right. He probably looks like he spent about 4 days on this costume. But he could come on as himself, and I'd be happy. This is, of course, going to be Brian Paul. Brian Paul, I think it's Brian Paul, or it's. It looks more like a T-Rex ate Brian Paul, and he's stuck.
Headphones on too, bro.
He's stuck in the throat of a T-Rex. That's what this looks like right now.
The T-Rex choked, and I kept its head.
Should we Heimlich this T-Rex? Because I'm really worrying about you. I feel like he's going to cough up a big old Brian Paul hairball
on top. It looks like a lunchbox that a kid would take
to school. We got to look. What is this? Take a look at this, people.
That's pretty cool, right?
I'm not going to lie to you. That's some pretty sassy stuff right there. Well, thank you to everybody that's on here. I'm going to throw out a couple questions that anybody in chat can always jump in and answer as well. But I want to thank you guys for jumping on and getting into costume with us. It's more just us hanging out and doing what we do. I know there's a group of people that has kind of been chatting along for quite a while now and supporting each other. And look at John has actually changed his costume now in quiet. And that looks really good, John. Your teeth are a little bit, much, but it looks so great, man. I feel so bad. I feel like I should have done that. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Kim, I wanted to say hello to you. It's great to see you. And I noticed you said you're not feeling well. You can't join in, but you know what? I'm so glad you stopped by to say hi and at least let us know you're doing okay. And thank you for the love on the costumes and the people that we're enjoying ourselves out here. And so I got to say one here, right here. My beard is like an early 2000 ex-boyfriend. Well, I was going for that. I was going for everybody's ex-boyfriend when you hit 29.
Here and there. Feel better, Kim.
Yes, absolutely feel better. So how y'all doing? First of all, let's start with, Brian T-Rex. We'll go from there. What inspired you here? Is this your son's costume that you pulled out?
So this is these dinosaur heads are pretty cool. They come in different kinds. I have a raptor and a T-Rex and a Triceratops, and I was like, I'm thinking about hanging them on my wall because I think they're just really cool.
Oh, you're gonna do that as artwork?
Yeah, but they come flat, and you have to just build them. I think my wife saw it on Facebook and bought it just to as a gag gift. I'm like, nope, that's a costume. I'm going with that.
So you're in Indianapolis, by the way, and so Halloween's actually, I would imagine it's pretty. Indianapolis, a Midwest town, it's probably a happening Halloween area, or no? What do you have going on there?
Yeah, it usually is. There's quite a bit going on, and a typical Midwest. I do think that COVID's kind of has everyone a little bit skittish on it, but before that, then it was it was a big deal. So yeah.
What about? Go ahead. Finish your thought.
My birthday is the day after Halloween, so I've never really celebrated Halloween. It's always like a combined holiday. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I know that's feeling about Christmas.
When you have a birthday around there?
Yeah, real close. Yeah.
Oh no, that's rough on people when they have those Halloween or those birthdays around holidays. They always seem to grow up a little bit like I hate the holiday, or they love it. It depends on how it turns out. I'm just curious where you are, Roxanne. I mean, is Halloween really? I don't know like how big Halloween. Obviously, in the States, it's really large. Is that something that you celebrate much where you're from on that end?
Actually, in France, it's quite commercial.
It is. Okay. All right.
Yes. So it's been on for almost 2 decades, but it's a very, very commercial day.
Oh, okay.
It's like for restaurants and for...
Oh, okay.
It's not so family friendly, but I witnessed in the countryside that actually it was safer for the kids to walk around and to bring their baskets and to collect sweets. So it's a mixed thing. It's not such a big holiday.
No, okay. But kids actually do trick or treat, it sounds like.
Some of them, yes.
Some of them. There's a few of them. I was just always curious about that. I just always felt like it was a little more intense here, but that's great to hear, actually. So, Lala, I'm not really sure how this is going to go, but I'm going to, maybe if you could conjure up the Lala that you devoured earlier, and she could speak through your stomach. But in the Philippines, how is the Halloween celebrated there? Out of curiosity, if she gives me a
yes, I can.
Yep.
All right. So Halloween is actually very big here as well.
She's gonna give me the light.
Both commercially.
It's hard to take you serious. Maybe you should move the mouth though when you're answering.
Yeah, we hear you, no problem. So don't worry.
You're fine. Yeah, we do hear you fine. Actually, I see you fine on our end. You might be having a little download against the problem, but you're good. Yeah, she moved
All
them out.
right, I will.
She's turned herself into a full-on
John
adult.
and JA, I would just want to thank my friend who lent me this costume, Susan Miranda.
Oh,
Thank you so
Susan.
much.
thank you, Suzanne, or Susan. Sorry, I went Suzanne on it. Well, I think it's a great costume. I don't. Can you see out of that? Okay, would it be safe for trick or treating, or is that?
Looking out through the black part, obviously.
I know, but sometimes those things really you can't see very well. I had a laugh because I had a patch, but I kind of like it was giving me. I was running into stuff down here,
Yes,
so I just
this
gave
is
up.
actually my face here. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that, but still, I was like, I don't know. So I'm going to lay out a question for people here real quick. On chat, you can answer too. I'm just curious how lazy some of you are. Now, some of you probably don't even do like carved pumpkins anymore. Some people just stick the potato head stuff in them, or they just draw on them. But if you do carve, or if you had to carve, would you trace your patterns, or are you one of those people that would just freeform it and do whatever works to get the job done? I'm just curious if there are people who are creative, or they're just like, I can't deal with this, or have 4 kids and they're just making a mess. So please just draw on the pumpkin. I don't have
I'm
time for-
probably a tracer myself.
Are you?
It's gonna look, yeah, because it's gonna look good, and so I'm like,
well, yeah, I was, I'll be honest with you, I kind of figured you were probably a tracer. But I was thinking, oh, maybe he's gonna do something. I used to do the tracing, but I actually went to the carving. It's just too much. I don't like poking all the holes. Roxanne, you probably don't. Do you do pumpkins over there? Is that a thing, or how much do you even decorate in the normal course of what's happening in France? I mean, France is so creative and so flamboyant in a lot of ways with this type of art. So I was just curious if they.
The thing is, like, the way Halloween is celebrated here is not the old-fashioned Celtic way. It's really imported from the United States. So
it is commercial then. It's really commercial then. It's really about moving candy and whatever kind of festive treats, or maybe get gatherings or parties. So I suppose they probably try to get a lot of parties going on and things like that.
mainly parties for adults, like, in nightclubs and in restaurants, that kind of thing. But for the kids, I see more recently like people actually introducing those workshops and teaching them how to carve. But it's very, very American, the way you see it. And
it is. And that's why I was trying to get that. I knew it was going to be a little bit different perspective here. It's it's amazingly crazy here. It's grown to be such a holiday, even more so in about the last 15 years. But I think what happened is they did the same thing. They started really going after the adults, because it's one of those holidays where the adults can actually participate and not feel like they're doing it for just the kids if they do it right. If you do it right and you have the right neighbors, give you the right Kool-Aid along the walk. I don't know. I have neighbors who have bars out in the garages, and then you walk by and they serve you things. It's kind of funny. Todd says he uses a Sawzall, so there's that.
Sure.
I've thought about doing that. Shift Kicker uses a freehand pumpkin. I really respect that. That's kind of what I'm doing more now. I go simple, round eyes, little funky mouth, but at least I did it. Yeah. Sammy says, do you have more spots for people? We have more spots.
Sorry. That was me.
What's happening? We have more. It's been a tech night from you.
Listen to my Journey tapes.
Did you throw in some Journey track tapes? Oh, here we go. That's better. Oh my God, dude, that's great. Isn't that fantastic? I love that so much. Cool. Sammy, we have room for not people, but creatures. We have spots for people. You don't even have to dress up if you want to come in. We don't care. We're just having a good time with everybody.
So you want to hear what happened to me? So,
yes, let's do it. Let's do what happened to you.
So listen, I knew about this, the snap face you could put on here, AI stuff, so all these little filters. And then I had that little meetup with my buddy this past week, and we did that interview, and he was using them. And I went out before, like, I think it was Sunday, and I tried to find an outfit that would fit me. So we went and bought the biggest outfit that looked like the most stretchable to get it on my body. And so we came home, and I was supposed to be the average Joe dodgeball guy, right?
Yeah.
And you lost her. And so I tried to do it, and the shirt would not fit me. And there was no Halloween outfits that fit me in 2 stores. And so I was like, what am I going to do? And so I said, I'll download the Snap filters and I'll use those. And I have my outfit that I'm going to use for Thursday.
Sure. I figured that was the case. I mean, this worked out great. This is such a unique deal.
Yeah.
Why did I get timeout? Welcome at Shift Kicker. I don't have even Nightbot on or anything, so I'm not sure why you got timed out, but I'll keep an eye on that. I apologize. If that happens again, let us know. That's kind of odd. I wanted to come, huh?
You must have something on.
I must have something on. I love how Brian has kept his red headphones. I think that's adorable that he's kept that. And that Lala is just sitting there as quiet as can be. It is possible that she did pass out from the heat inside the costume. So we'll send a welfare check over to the house and make sure that everything's kind of, well trained out.
So if anyone gets timed out in here or anything,
no, I'm still alive.
It could be just from JA was messing with something with Nightbot, and then it could be like we were trying to make things a little bit better for our streams, and so it could be left over. So don't take
there might be a 20-second delay for repeated messages. If that's the case, we'll have to take a look at it. I apologize ahead of time. We have a couple people in the house here in the crib. I see Roxanne's trying to get back on. I want to check her out. We have a guest down below that I do want to bring on. How many people can we stick on here safely, you think?
Oh, you have slow mode on. For how much though? You do?
Not just seconds. It should only be seconds. But if that's really crazy, slow mode on, yes, 2 times. Okay. Well, I'll jump off in a second and take a peek at that. I apologize, guys. I really hate this stuff with YouTube. It's not working.
And then Roxanne said she got kicked out of StreamYard. I don't know what that would be from. I have no idea because that would had nothing to do with us.
No, but I want to bring her back in. I'm not sure you got kicked out, but yeah, we'll work on that. We're working through some.
As you know, guys, I've been trying like StreamYard for the whole evening, and it's like I've got those issues.
Yeah, the cross the pond stuff, I suppose, on top of everything else. We'll keep an eye on that. I do want to check on. I'm going to bring someone in who I don't honestly know who it is.
Oh, good.
And which actually makes this actually more fun. So here we go. We're going to bring this person on, and maybe we got to have people guess who this is. Maybe. Oh, I know who it is.
Laquita?
Okay. No, you'll know in a second, but only because. Here we go.
Sammy?
No, you got to know who this is.
She's doing. Oh, I thought she was going to be a banana.
What took you so long?
I looked down there. I'm like, the drama llama. Who is that?
The tiger's going to eat the llama.
That is so cracking me up. Hey, John, where can do I have to go in to edit this video, or can I do it through chat pop up to kill this?
The slow mode, once it's set, I don't think you can go in and just change it like super easy.
Probably. Okay. Well, I apologize, everybody.
Yeah,
everyone gets timed out. Consider it a blessing. It's okay.
Well, this is a really good costume. So you made this costume, Drama Llama?
Yeah, this is all Goodwill.
Is it really?
Yes, it smells like Goodwill.
So somebody else's snot face was on the back side of that.
Wait. No. It's new.
Oh, it is new. Okay, good.
When did you get this?
Just the other day, I couldn't not get it. Like, I would have never purchased this, but Jeff does things to people,
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm a motivator.
Exactly.
Enabler.
She gets the llama thing to wear it just in case she comes on here. Tommy sends me pictures of llama stuff.
I think about sending pictures of llamas, but I'm not that weird, so I'll leave that to Tommy.
That's a version of llama sexting, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
It's very nice.
Weird.
It's all about the boots.
I love that your wife's like, yeah, this is like the Masked Singer. It is kind of like the Masked Singer, actually.
No, but I have somewhere to be, but I had to pop on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. So great to see you. Thank you so much for jumping on. That is a riot. And I'm so glad you bought it. That was so good that you were motivated. I appreciate it. Yes. Now resell it for twice as much as you bought it for.
I don't think it's worth anything, honestly.
I think you should not wash it and then send that to Jeff.
Okay, that'll do.
That's like a llama fetish thing. You can't write this stuff.
No.
Yes, very cool. I'm so glad you did it, Tracy, and I know you probably had other things you had to do, and you came on. Thank you
But
so
I'll be
much.
listening in the chat. So thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. We'll talk to you on the other side.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Happy Halama Halloween.
Halloween.
Happy
There's a way to do it. John, you got to work on it. There's 2 L's in Halloween, so there's got to be a way. Halloween. Well done, actually. I want to get to Tommy. I would come on, but I'm only wearing my llama stay still boots. I thought maybe he'd say chaps and llama stay still
That's
boots,
his
but
2-piece outfit.
yeah, well, it's very, very well coordinated. Well done, sir. I wanted to, while we're talking, I wanted to drop in. Now, I like scary movies. I'm one of these people to actually to also watch like Ghost Adventures, which I know is kind of dumb, but I like it. I'm just curious what kind of movies. So, chat, let me know. Would you prefer movies like The Shining? John, I'll never sleep seeing that. That is terrifying. The Shining or The Poltergeist? To me, they're both kind of mentalist, although The Poltergeist is a little more graphic. I'm just curious, which of those 2 movies you like better, or which scared you more? I can tell you they're both great movies, but one actually triggered me a little bit more, so I'm actually very curious. What about you, Brian? Are you a scary movie guy?
I do like scary movies. I'm more for like kaiju though, like I like big monsters. And so for as an example, I'm going to stay very still, so it doesn't even look like I'm moving. So that's the best way to avoid giant kaiju monsters.
Is that how we do it? You don't make any? Is it like the movie The Quiet, where you can't move?
I'm really good at standing still. Yeah, so
that was a tough movie. So so if you had to watch The Shining or Poltergeist, do you have a vote on one of those you would watch?
Have not ever seen The Shining, and it's always been on my to-do list.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, and I am a huge horror movie fan. So it's
lucky for you, the next 2 hours, that is what we're doing here right now.
Okay,
all of you.
Nice.
I think they're both really scary movies
they
for
are.
the time because of how old I was also. So I was, pretty young at the time, and they were both extremely scary.
Yeah. So Dr. Rob has Poltergeist. We got Shining from Roxanne. John, you are so scared. This is kind of what you got going on there, John's a little bit gross. We got another Poltergeist from
butterfly on my nose.
It's just weird without the eyes. It's so eerie, I have to say. We should talk about how you're doing this too when we get settled a little bit here in a second. But so your wife says, I don't like scary movies. Danielle says, I don't like scary movies. John always scares me, even more if we are watching something more. Does he jump and scream?
Mm-hmm.
He does, doesn't he? He flinches a lot. Yeah. Those people are just nuts that do that. I know the type. It's so true, though. It's like, you got to calm down. And if you want to put movies in that really triggered you more, I see somebody, Darlene put in Hellraiser. That movie was on HBO all the time, I think, and it just it rubbed me wrong, that movie. Oh my God, I couldn't stand that.
You know what really movie did it for me? First of all, it was when I was really young. I remember catching an old Dracula movie, probably from the 50s or 30s or something like that.
Okay.
And I remember watching it, and then I remember having a nightmare that I was on the horse's wagon with Dracula tied up and being taken away from my family.
Okay.
So that was one scary thing for me.
That's funny.
The next one was I don't know how old I was, but I was pretty young. Let's just say I was like 12, 13. Watching The Howling was really like scary at the time, even though it's like the anime stuff that how they turn into a werewolf now is not like scary, but back then when they were like changing, it was
true.
Like scary.
I'm really a big, I don't know, and Lala, Brian, anybody can jump in here, but I'm really more of a person that the mental part of being scared or tripped up. Like, if you guys remember that movie, The Others, for example, I think Nicole Kidman was in that. And then, I don't know, spoiler alert, at the end, they're the ghost. And I'm so daft, I didn't pick up on it for half the movie or more. But like, I really like those movies that are trippy mentally, that kind of get me, when the movie's over and I'm thinking about it way too long.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's funny is, Roxanne is saying that she likes me with lipstick.
Yes.
And when I was putting these things on and my wife was next to me.
I'm never into scary movie of any sort.
And she likes it.
Okay, I think that was the alien over there in the corner.
Alien hasn't seen any scary movies. I want to hear more about this.
John, I'll take the alien in the right corner for X, please, for the block.
My wife was like, "You look so good when you're like with lipstick on." She goes,
Yes.
That's what my wife said too.
I didn't put lipstick on, but I did get the mascara on in the night. That was kind of a good trip.
The cheekbones and the lipstick.
Yeah, you do. It really makes you jump out. We have another guest down below. Looks really spooky, actually. And it's another nugget of a person we know. I don't want to spoil it. Let's all just, I think we know because he kind of tried to put us off, but it didn't work out. Not Sammy Superstar.
That's not Sammy Superstar.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my.
Not Sammy Superstar. I don't know who that is.
No. This is... Yeah, shaking your head emphatically really helps me know that it's not Sammy Superstar. That's great.
He falls over and slaps his thigh. That's not Sammy Superstar.
Yes, when he does that little, there you go. That's a Sammy move. That's a great. I love that. That's really killer. So, not Sammy. Did you ever see the movie Poltergeist or The Shining? Have you seen either of those? Just curious.
Maybe
That's actually a little terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Wow. We got a couple more votes I want to run through. So we got the Poltergeist. Oh, no, your wife said, no, I said you were prettier than me.
Oh.
Which, of course, not true, but, she threw that out for you. I don't like, Ian says, I don't like scary movies. The first time I tried, I've been looking at the floor and staring at it for 2 weeks because of the Ring. Oh, the Ring movie. That's another one. Anytime you've got creatures that do that crawling too on the floor or on the ceiling, that weird look,
that?
Not a huge fan. Sammy, that is really amazing. I can't do anything to change myself other than my lights, but I'll do that in a second. Great. Well, I appreciate that. Let's see what we got in chat really quick. Got people talking. It says here, you are not joking about the costumes. Rodrigo. No, that is not. This is not something that John and I joke about. If we tell you costumes, sir, it's going to be costumes. I'm not going to be good costumes. I mean, John. But it's good. I love it. You guys are amazing for coming on. I appreciate it. What does it say here? In the 50s, Frankenstein was supposed to see what now? What happened
Dumbo.
here? 50s. Frankenstein was young. Supposed to see Dumbo. My cousin took us to Frankenstein at 3 kids. That's. I had this happen to me. I was really too young to go to see Amityville Horror, and I ended up going with a couple people who were babysitting me. Really young. I was probably 12, and that is not a good movie to see when you're that young. That was not fun at all. I wanted out of there so much. It was not great. Sammy, you're looking good, my friend. Oh, not Sam. You're looking great. Okay, so I think Poltergeist, for the most part, I really liked Poltergeist a lot, probably because it was right where I was kind of, high school, and I really dug that. I don't know. It was new and fresh. It was different-ish. And it was at the time the effects were really good. Now they're just terrible to watch, but still a fun ride. Do you guys know? Do you guys think the effects affect watching the movie? So Thor, the top
Guys,
middle.
I think the alien needs to go back home.
Okay, alien.
So I'm going out now. Sorry.
That's fine. You know what?
The mothership is calling.
Sometimes aliens have to go do their version of the potty breaks or whatever they got going on.
Alien was standing on the chair for a half hour. Bye.
Alien, thank you so much for coming in and sharing with us. Lala, we so adore you and so appreciate you hanging out with us.
as she trips.
I'm waiting for it. This could be a moment. Somebody maybe catch it in case she does. Exactly. Rewind it. Let me make sure I have everybody down here.
Oh, come on, John. You just look normal.
Yeah, you got that Thor thing going on. So I got to ask Brian. Brian?
Yes.
Okay, Sammy. Sammy? Yeah. Your cover's blown, sir.
You're definitely Sammy.
There it is.
Is that Sammy Superstar?
Yeah. So Sammy I was Sammy. In case anybody, we're all comfortable now.
Yeah.
Sammy Superstar. Yes. Be sure to jump on John. And by the way, Thursday evening. John, there are limits to what the children can absorb, and you may have gone too far, sir. This is. This should have a little bit more of a Playboy bunny actual costume to it. I don't.
That's weird.
Yeah. What? That's weird. Not the bunnies.
None of the other stuff. The butterfly eyes was not weird.
Right, the bunny eyes.
Yeah.
Vinny was wearing a funny outfit. It was a 50-year-old Italian guy he was wearing.
Oh, The Conjuring. Oh my God. Yeah. Again, Conjuring was one of the worst ones. That one had a mental aspect to it, and the creatures were so diabolically gross. I guess I don't know. You know how to put it. Like those just get into my nightmares. But I love them. Like do you like being scared? I mean, let's ask a question, John. Do you like being scared? Is Halloween something where you go, I kind of dig haunted house vibes or scary movies at all? Like just some people don't. Do you?
I like being scared. It's just that most of the movies I can figure them out way beforehand, so it's not like really scary. But if they're like, that one, I think that was a recent movie, right, where they had to be quiet or they would those aliens would come and get them, right?
Yeah.
Like I really liked that movie.
That was a great one. That was so suspenseful, and that's one of those where there's just no soundtrack and it's almost so quiet. The quiet of the movie with no dialogue is so unnerving. Like sometimes we think, oh, the dialogue's too much or the music's too loud. And then when it's inverted and it's just a void of sound, you can make people crazy. Those minus 1,000 dB rooms or whatever, where there's absolutely no sound. There's people who you can't stay in more than like 2 minutes because people start to go batty. You can't hear anything you're doing. And there's actually these, oh my God. John, put on your little Miss Havisham outfit and your little bride outfit, and let's get you two together. That could be.
I did this for Roxanne. I put the red lipstick on with a little mole on the lip right here because
I like it.
Yeah, I'm pretty gorgeous.
These filters seem a lot more economical than buying actual costumes here.
Right?
It does. I will admit, I feel like I may have put a lot more time than I needed to, John, but I really just love.
I gave Sammy a great idea for Friday now.
Yeah, you'll do yours on Thursday, and it's all going to be good. Lala, thank you so much for coming in and saying hello to everybody. Appreciate it. I know you got a lot going on. I also realize it's like 10 o'clock your time, and of course, Roxanne's probably about sun's coming up, so there's always that. Darlene says I would watch Jason marathons. Okay. Then go walking down by the docks by the water just to test it out, just to kind of push your luck. I was never into the Jason ones, they just did another one, right?
The original was pretty scary.
Halloween. It's
Halloween, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, different character.
I've been schooled. For a guy who doesn't like that. It's true, though. I always get the Halloween. What about Freddy Krueger? I didn't really care for the Krueger stuff. I thought it was just too blank.
More mental, though. I thought you might like
that.
him more about invading dreams. Dreams are really, my dreams are really visceral, and the idea of being attacked in my dream is really scary to me. So maybe it's just that. I don't know.
Is it visceral? Okay, John.
John's just turned into a banana.
It's so unnerving because I know. Oh, okay.
You can.
I'm not gonna laugh. This is really awesome. Now,
John, quit bragging that you can
when he laughs, dude. When he laughs, it's just. I don't know.
Hey, look, I'm not Sammy.
Can you bend over and go backwards like Sammy when he laughs?
No, I'm a freaking banana.
Oh my gosh.
This is so great. But Daniel's like, John is having focus issues right now. Well, yeah, this is so set up for people to have a little bit, maybe attention deficit. This is definitely up, and you are bananas. But I can't let that go. That is so hilarious. I absolutely love that. No, I dig it. I didn't care for the Friday the 13th. I don't know why, but you're right. Being trapped, something you can't get out of your dreams, is actually a terrifying thought. Yeah. The character, I didn't really care for it as much. There's a movie here that I did want to circle back on before I go to the next question. It interests me. That kind of fell. Oh my God, yes. How about the Blair Witch? Did anybody go watch that shaky, seizure-ridden movie in the theaters?
I was actually disappointed in that.
Were you really? Why?
I just was an unfulfilled end.
Oh, really? You didn't like the ending?
Not really. Because it was like left open, and I just don't. It's like,
well, how do you get a Blair Witch 2 without it being open? So,
it's found footage. So they did the end at the beginning. So, like, the thing is, they just found this camera in the woods.
Yeah,
that's the end. Obviously, everyone's gone, and then it's just like that's where the tape cuts. I thought it was ingenious, and the fact that they like did all that for so little money is amazing. Like they like, oh, so jealous.
Yeah, that was the big thing about it. It was like a practically cost nothing to make.
It was groundbreaking. And it was done so well, and it was so new that I remember people coming. I had friends who would come back, go, "That's real." I'm like, it's not real. Like, oh, it's real. You won't believe, because at the time we just weren't really seeing that. It was the start of that genre, I guess. That first person realistic stuff. I'm sure there's a real industry name for it, Brian. But I just it was really terrifying. I ended up watching it alone one night. By myself, which I thought was just stupid, but I wanted to see it, and this person I was babysitting their house had HBO. So I thought I'd watch it at 2 a.m. Just a terrible idea. The ending, I don't know. I thought the ending was good. I don't know how you would have ended it though without that. It was just it left things open, but I don't know how, if it's wrapped up like Disney, I guess it kind of ruins it almost more, maybe. I'm not exactly sure, but I get it. You're a completionist, John. I get you. It's okay. So John, can you...
The Village?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's another one from
very much like that.
Yeah.
So I wasn't, it's M. Night Shyamalan, so there's always
Shyamalan with a ding dong.
Yeah, I'm not like, it didn't like blow my mind, the twist, and that wasn't the best part, but the cinematography and how they made the quote unquote creatures creepy and suspenseful was just like a masterclass.
I agree.
I loved it.
Yes, because it would have been very easy to not really be weirded out by it, and then when you start crossing highways at the end, you start realizing, oh God, and things start to come together. I like when they withhold that. Another one was The Sign, and it's not really a Halloween movie. Another M. Night, right?
Yes.
The Sign, the alien, where they really withhold showing anything of value of the aliens to really the last maybe 20 minutes of the movie, and I'm like, thank God. That suspense and buildup of that was really well done, I thought.
Definitely taking cues from Steven Spielberg's The Jaws, which Steven knew that he had a terrible looking shark, so he showed as little bit of it as possible until the end, and it just worked. It's one of the best horror movies of all time. My personal favorite movie, but I definitely could see that a lot of filmmakers learning from that and making great movies even before we had the convincing CGI that we have now.
Right.
In a way, sometimes the CGI just interferes with your brain. If it's not done well and it looks too whatever, and it starts to get into that, the valley or whatever, it just starts to distract from the movie. And really a good story doesn't need all that. Well, Star Wars can show you how CGI can ruin them.
Right. Well, and I totally agree. I do think that there is such a huge difference between good CGI and bad CGI.
Right.
I mean, and what's capable now, which is what's capable, even
Thank
10
you,
years
Vinny.
ago. It's funny. Like, you can see a relatively recent movie, and then you look back, it's like, gosh, those puppets were more convincing than the CGI. And then you can look at John with his butterfly eyes, and I swear to gosh, it's like that looks real to me from here. So I just can't even. I don't even know. It's amazing.
If it's done right, it really can.
Really, I look like a darling, don't I?
I've never considered ever calling you a darling. So we have broken some new ground here tonight, everybody. Clip that. John is now a darling. Let's see how well he thinks of that next Tuesday at a normal stream. But so if John and Jeff were bananas, they could be J1 and J2. I like that idea of the J1, J2. Is that like, do they have like endless characters, John? I have no idea.
Well, everybody's going to have this by, Saturday.
I know. So you might.
I'm definitely having this by Thursday. This is happening. Well, if it has Mac, I don't know.
But this will be easy for everybody to jump on then, right? If they can just be able to pick something instead of finding something to get dressed up in.
I mean, it's a commitment. It just depends. And this is not for everybody. I put a lot of time into this, and I question the validity of it a little bit.
No, you were awesome.
The video trailer and Da Vinci and all that good stuff. Oh, I forgot this light. We'll put this light on. We'll add another light. How's that? Now, Roxanne, you were very instrumental in helping us get this beautiful French crafted llama piñata, which I think is one of the most beautiful things I've ever received. And I'm so happy about this. And it's going to get its own light and its own spot in my studio. If I ever can finish painting, the only reason you guys are here is I'm trying to set a date for you all to come over and help me finish painting. This is all, it's a ruse. It's a trap.
It's going to be reversed for you. You can set the date, but no one can show.
Everybody's like, we're out of town. We're out of town. See you later. Oh yeah. Okay. So I agree. The 78 version of Halloween is just absolute classic. I mean, and of course the theme song is an absolute study in music and how 5 notes. It is 5 notes on a piano, and that song makes people get shivers. I just love that, and maybe that's part of it. You know, I know Tracy asked earlier, am I a theater kid? I'm not, but I really love music. How music can really help us along on the ride.
That's the thing. Like that movie is the same situation. You're 8 years old, 9 years old, and that was a scary movie for the time.
Yes. Oh no, absolutely. Terrifying, and that music was such a big part of it. It's quiet, but it's droning, and it has those minor chord feels to it, which always gets our blood just in a tizzy.
So I think in June of that year, I was watching Meatballs with Bill Murray, and then at the end of that year,
right.
And then in the fall, I'm watching Halloween because I think Meatballs came out in 1978 too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Quick Halloween trivia,
please.
What is the mask that he wears in the Halloween movies?
It's a goalie mask.
It's a what?
It's a goalie mask, right?
No, that's Jason.
Oh, you're right. Oh, right.
What is the mask? Does anyone know? This is a fun Halloween trivia.
Is this someone that he killed?
It's a face of somebody, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a face of a famous person. They recently went to space.
Yeah, it's Shatner.
Yep, it's a Shatner mask. You know, it's distorted and weathered and everything.
Right.
Really?
You're right. They beat it up and right. I saw some trivia on that not like a couple years ago. That's really interesting. Okay.
I would have never guessed that.
It says, I skipped one. Sorry. So Vinny, watching that today may somehow. So Vinny is talking about Heredity. I don't know this movie. Do you guys know this movie? Okay.
No. I don't know that.
No. Okay. Hereditary. I still don't know that. That's got to be some weird like. I don't want to even bring the name of it up. It's going to be some like weird centipede movie or something. I don't know. It's not even really scary. It's just gross. Yes, Attack of the Llamas, Attack of the Martians. I want to drop a question for everybody that's here yet. So let me, if you oblige. Let's see, which one of these questions? Yeah, here we go. Now, some of you may not pertain. I apologize. I know not everybody did it. How old were you, any of you? And now, Sammy, I have no idea with you. How old were you when you stopped trick-or-treating, do you think? At what age did you go, okay, I'm too old? Or what age is too old? Like, if you had to say, what age, I'm not giving this person candy at my doorstep. They are just, they're too old. Do you have an idea of an age? I'm just curious, because this happens every year in my neighborhood. We have these talks.
I don't know. I feel like if you're getting dressed up, you can get away with it, you know?
Yeah, okay, but at 22? 24?
52. 62.
All right, so if some guy, some hobo showed up, I mean, he's not really a hobo, but
if he's dressed up, I'm giving candy. That's what I feel like. Because isn't that it's like the whole gist of it is just you're going out, you're getting dressed up, you're being part of the holiday, and so why not?
Yeah. What about you, Sam? You think that's true? Sam, do you still do any trick-or-treating or do any parties?
No.
Okay. No?
I'm actually doing a Halloween stream, so.
On Halloween?
What?
On Halloween itself or
no.
Friday?
Friday, but
Friday.
I'm not gonna. The funniest thing is most of the people that are coming into my stream are dressing up as me. So I got like 5 people that are dressing up like me, so I don't know what I will be.
You will not even know if you're interviewing yourself or what's happening.
I don't know.
Something happened to our T-Rex. He's probably putting on some shorter arms. How did this is why the T-Rex didn't make it. They couldn't feed themselves. Yes. Hey, AJ, how you doing? It's nice to see you. You got that question right, Shatner, probably before I even answered it. Thank you so much. Yes, our backgrounds are crafty. I like your backgrounds. Thank you. We did spend some time on it. We wanted to give you guys a vibe. And to John's point, My feeling on is I'll give anybody who comes and puts any kind of effort. Like if the teenager shows up and they're just dressed in jeans and a flannel, I'll give them candy, but I'm not impressed. But if you're 60 or I don't care, you come and you put the energy out about the thing. I'm all about it. That's kind of what I'm doing tonight. I clearly should, people are like, why do you put the energy into this? Why would you, because I'm getting older, because another year from now, I'm another year older. And why not enjoy what we do? Halloween, for example, is one of those. I love Christmas, but Halloween's one of those. It's kind of made for adults if you do it right. And so we can still participate and enjoy with the kids. So I think that's also nice.
Absolutely.
But look, this is not my comfort zone. I'm not an actor. I'm not this or that, but I did all of that because there's no waiting at this point when you want to get outside your comfort zone. I think at some point you just have to do it.
I'm going Halloween tomorrow, I think. I'm going to go door to door, get ahead of everybody.
I think that could get you shot. That could be a problem, sir. I don't know.
Think so?
So Danielle says,
I got a feeling a lot of people have their candy already, so I can.
They do, but I've eaten half the bag. I've eaten half the. My wife keeps like, you got to slow down. I'm like, I know, but the Snickers.
Oh, yeah. The Reese's peanut butter cups are a tragedy, man. Those things are crazy.
Oh yeah, throw those in the freezer, and I'm going to gain about 80 pounds instantly. I probably stopped at around. I probably was 15. I was like, oh, maybe I should stop. At 15. I didn't want to, but.
What about Goosey Night? Did you guys do Goosey Night, or
what
did
is
you call
that?
it Mischief Night, or did you call it anything like that?
There's always a different name for that, and I'm guessing Roxanne probably didn't cause this kind of trouble.
Wait, you're saying, how do you know that Roxanne wasn't running around with eggs and throwing them at people's cars? I mean, just because someone looks a certain way at a certain age doesn't mean they're not running around with shaving cream in a bag and shaving cream door handles on people's cars.
All right, Roxanne.
Oh, okay. That's carnival for us, like the equivalent of.
Okay. Carnival. Yeah, right.
So we do have that with flowers and eggs.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. All right. That makes sense. So do you have a prison record then? We might as well know now. No one's going to know. It's just us. We won't tell anybody.
Yeah, we won't tell anybody. No one's watching.
We won't tell.
No one watches anyway. So.
Yeah, you are kind of slowly morphing, by the way, into Marilyn Manson.
That would be brilliant.
Oh, really?
It would be brilliant. Yes.
Although
he's got some legal problems, so be careful. AJ said, I'm taking my kid to some Halloween events, but my question, AJ, would be, do you like that? Because I think that's a great, like I'm not a parent, but if I had children, that would be actually a lot of fun. I would love to, at a certain age, well, actually young, and probably even, that 10, 12, 14 age, at least 12. I think it'd be a lot of fun to go and hang out with your kid, dress up, and because a lot of families, they dress up in the, like-minded costumes. I saw Dan the other day did Scooby-Doo with his family.
Right.
So that was really, really classic and fun. John, do you do that? Roxanne, do you guys do any events with the kids to celebrate any of this stuff?
My wife did trunk or treat. I don't know if you know what that is.
The car trunks, right?
Yeah.
So they park in parking lots, and then they dress up. You tell.
Right. So it's just a way to control everything, especially when things are a little bit crazy. So it's like they can have all the kids and all the people that they know in their community come together at a parking lot. They make their trunks look really cool and everything, and then they all just hang out with each other, have fun, get candy from people that they know.
Yeah.
And so there's no weirdness, no craziness, because I live in a pretty busy, crazy area, so I think it's just a way for parents to have a little bit more control of what they see and what's going on. So
yeah, as things kind of got weird, and now schools are not doing it as much. I know when I was a kid, it seemed like that's all we did. We had the parades or we had the costumes, and it was a thing. Now less schools, and that's fine. It's
yeah,
what
schools do that still.
They do. There's some that don't, but for the most part, I think they participate. But I think the trunk thing's been interesting. I didn't know much about it, and then I started seeing more and more of the adults doing it, parents doing it. I'm thinking, what a great idea! And some people are so good at they take a lot of pride.
Ooh,
pride in their trunks. I can't believe I just said pride in their trunks. Look, this really went down a weird path, John. So, John,
I don't know why you guys are so judgmental.
Why are you guys staring at him? Why do you got to stare at them? Don't make.
Like my pretty beard?
So, John,
What?
what's the name? What's your name in this character's outfit? I need to know. You got to have a name like Jeeves.
I don't know.
John the Boss Man.
John the Boss Man. That kind of works, actually. I think it looks great.
Speaking the language of love, that's all.
Oh, boy.
He
I
would
tell
be
you.
his version of Hugh Hefner.
Oh, yes.
Oh, really?
Like his cousin Eddie version of Hugh Hefner.
You guys are funny.
I like it. I think it's great. So, yeah, AJ's going to do that. I did want to say real quick, Shift Kicker has to go out. Patient needs some needs. But you know what? Thank you for stopping in and saying, if you come back,
Kicker,
great.
nice meeting you.
So great. Yeah, I agree. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. I want to double check. Brian's back. He's just making me know and chat. Okay, Brian.
Yeah, we're just having fun.
I'm going to add Brian back here. Brian?
Yay.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, see, your wife said that one looked like Boy George, and that's exactly what
that.
I was thinking too. That's
that.
what it crossed my mind.
Yeah.
It's definitely Boy George, right? I mean,
Yes.
that other one,
Yeah,
not this one.
That other one, yeah.
The one of the many faces of John. Well, it's gotten to the point where I'm trying to understand what you are. That looks like a dream catcher or something on your head. I can't tell what that is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the new Eternals.
My wife wants to know what this is.
I want to glam it up.
Is that one of the Eternals?
Yeah, it looked like it. I don't know. And
guys wanna go paint the town
my!
is that Edna? Is
Oh
she gonna-
my! I think it is Edna from. Is that from the Despicables?
Yeah. I think so.
John's costume is from the Greatest Show of Girth.
Oh, Vinny.
Vinny.
So when I tried to put that costume on,
This
it
is
was so
great.
tight. I thought I was going to split that shirt in half like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, you
And-
kind of look like T-Rexy. You had that like I'm here, but if I had to go out here, it might be trouble.
No, the one that I have to take back, I'm saying. I
Oh,
wanted to
the
be-
one.
yeah.
Okay, wasn't the other one. You were okay.
was
Good. I thought that
horrible.
was tight. Well, I was so happy that you put the PJs on. I'm going to try to find some. You're right. They're hard to find, actually. I thought they'd be a little easier
Yeah.
to find. I'm going to have
can't
to
wait
hire
to-
somebody. Roxanne and I will track down some French designer, high-end designer, and I will get some classic, amazing walkway. I'm going to get some good stuff. What I meant to say, I'm going to get some good stuff.
John just became my muse.
Look at that, right? Isn't that beautiful?
What happened?
You're a muse.
Yes, you just became my muse.
Come on.
Have you always wanted, John, when you were a child, did you want to be someone's muse one day?
No, it never crossed my mind.
You didn't aspire to be a muse? There are words said about John tonight that never, ever, I thought in his universe of life would come through. And muse is one of them. Adorable, absolutely not. Or what was the other one? There was adorable. Oh, my God. He looks like a weird Halloween leprechaun. You kind of do.
Yeah,
I
but
love
she gets jealous when I'm like this. Look.
Oh. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I got the nose ring too. That hurt.
No, it didn't. No, it
Hurt a
didn't.
little bit.
But you did kind of have, you kind of did have an Elton John with tinfoil hat going on there.
Yes.
No-brainer, right? That was before you changed everything up.
Hey, look. Oui, Paris.
Every French person in the world is running and turning off every channel.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the many
Looks
looks.
like another version of Elton John.
He does. You really don't look like French. You
So
do look like just
basically,
another.
I
Elton
look like
wrong. That's
a
what he is.
mixture of Elton John.
No, you look like '89 Elton John. 1989. You know, he's past I'm still standing phase. You know. Yeah, exactly.
Still standing better than feeling like a little kid.
Oh my God.
Honestly, from now on, Daniel, John and lipstick should always go together.
Yeah, you have a lot. You have some beautiful, dare I say,
Features.
feminine featured. I was gonna say feminine lips, but I guess
the thing
features.
is, I don't have. I have small lips, so it's kind of like. So
That's
I guess
why
the
you would put lipstick
really-
on. That's
yeah,
why you would do
lipstick
it.
really accentuates them, right?
Did you? I put some eyeliner. What about eyeliner? Would you ever consider?
Oh, eyeliner's going on Thursday, bro.
Okay, well, this is
It's
gonna be.
happening.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Don't try to
What
take
is
me out on
John
a
going to
date.
be
It's
on
not happening.
Thursday?
We don't know. We
What's
don't
that?
know. You turned into some kind of minor chord documentary up there. What's happening up in the right or Dateline? What have we got going up there? You're black and white, Live
Hey.
Ecam. Oh, I get it now. Live Ecam. Okay.
That's his height, 3 foot 9 inches.
I'm 3.9 feet. I couldn't see the card. What now? Is Ecamm always in black and white? Is that why you're in black and white? No, you're just being all cinema-y. Okay.
Cinematic, yeah.
I can go for a Cinnabon.
Cineverte.
I haven't eaten a Cinnabon since malls were a thing.
You guys want to see Elton John?
Yeah.
That's not really Elton John. No, that's kind of. No, that's not Elton John.
That's the one.
That's more Wham, or that's more. No, that's more Billy. What do you call him?
No,
Boy George. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, Elton John and Curtis Leeway had a kid. That's so
He's
true.
running for something in New York, by the way.
Oh, that's right. He is. He's running for, I believe, mayor. Is what it's called. I believe
Is he really? Oh,
yeah. I have no idea what's happening up there, but I got to ask another question here. I already asked that question. Let's do this. Some of you may not know this, but I hated this. There's certain candy. John, every time I look up, there's something new to laugh at, and I can't continue on. I hated.
John.
There was certain candy that I couldn't stand when I would get, and I would just throw it out. Or worse, I had 2 younger sisters, so when they were sleeping, I would just take what I didn't like and I'd swap it out for Snickers and Reese's cups. But those popcorn balls, no, couldn't do that. I didn't really like licorice. So, is there a candy, even if you didn't do it on Halloween? What's the candy that you would swap out with a sibling or just throw out? What would you not eat?
Salmiakkis.
What is it?
Sorry, salmiakkis.
I don't know what that is.
These are, I think they're Finnish sweets.
Oh.
They're a mix of licorice and salt.
Oh, interesting.
What?
So black licorice?
Yes.
It's black licorice. See, I don't like
hate
black
black
licorice. I
But
don't
they're
know why.
salty.
That might change it, but I'm not. Man, I can't do the black
dislike
licorice.
black licorice so much.
I know people that love it. For some reason, it tastes like medicine or some weird thing to me. I can't.
Sammy looks like he should be brought to prison.
Sammy, you getting an electric chair today, friend? Is this the day?
I'm
No.
John now.
Oh,
No.
John Ryan.
John,
Oh,
you're
it's
sick.
hilarious.
You look like the Addams Family Uncle Mini-Me. Who's the uncle? Uncle Festus. Your Uncle Festus Mini-Me.
Uncle Fester, yeah.
Uncle Fester. I said Festus. That's a cowboy guy.
I don't know. He looks really sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
he needs to go to the doctor sick or has been in the hospital.
So, Darlene, you like the black licorice or do you like the popcorn balls? I think you meant popcorn. I don't. I know people that really do, but then again, I always feared someone made them with their hands, and I'm like, probably not going to do that. But
My wife would think of that. She
yeah,
would.
like somebody had, especially nowadays. I mean, if it doesn't have a wrapper, I didn't even want it. So yeah, salty, maybe.
So do
I
you
don't know.
guys like the candy corn?
Yeah, I do.
I don't. I
hate
don't. I can't. So you and I have kind of the same palate.
Yep.
Roxanne, do you eat the candy corn?
I tasted them. I don't like them.
Sweet, too sweet, right?
Too
Probably.
sweet.
They're so over fake sweet too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
My son told my mother-in-law that he loves candy corn, so she bought him some, and he tried it, and he like spit it out. And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "What are you talking about? You said you love candy corn." That's what he calls caramel corn. He calls it.
Oh,
So now we had all these like candy corn. Like, who's gonna eat those? I'm like,
are you
"Well,
serious? Are you serious?
So
Are you
funny.
serious? Oh my god, that's really funny. Kids are really funny. I didn't like. Okay, candy apples is a good one. Now I like candy apples, but I always feel like my teeth were gonna get pulled out. Hands up, down, candies, apples.
No, never.
I think it's a weird mixture. It's like it's sweet and super sour at the same time, depending on the apples.
There's a really good confectionery here that makes it's called Amy's Candy, and they make some gourmet apple, like anything you want on these caramel apples.
Okay.
And the only ones I really like are the ones where they do like caramel or dark chocolate, but they have the sea salt on it. I need that to cut against that, and that with the green apples are really, 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 really good to me. But
I'm with you.
I'm with you guys on the other part of it. Without
So
that,
I like the caramel apples. I don't like the candy apples. And if you did put the big sea salt on there, then I'd be like, oh my God, that's awesome with a green apple.
It really makes a difference.
This is for Brian. I'm doing this one for Brian.
Oh, nice. Yes. Love it. I do like candy apples, but they're logistically a nightmare for a bearded man. So I cut them up into little spheres.
I love that John is almost passing out on a cat on his head.
Is Brian with his cat?
It kind of
Cat's
is
coming back for sure.
Yeah. and one of these days, it's really going to happen in real time. And I can't. I know, John. Is that toilet train cat yet, or is that just a litter box cat?
Look at Sammy's.
Is that a mouse on his head?
Yeah, now it's going to jump onto Sammy's head.
Sammy.
Oh man.
So yes, Danielle, unpopular opinion. I think a lot of people actually do like it. I mean, it's very popular. I can't do it. I did as a kid, but I hate candy corn now. Yeah, I'm out. I can't do it. I agree. Candy apples. I don't know. Again, if you have the salt on a good coating, I really do like the Belgium chocolate with sea salt on a green apple. That mixture works for me, but
can I just ask?
Yes, go for it.
I know Dan C's here. I want to know how he thinks about my beard. Is my beard really filling out? I'm
only 2 away from him. I'm going to jump right down for him. So Dan, it's good to see you, sir. And by the way, we talked. I love the Scooby-Doo outfit that you posted. I think it was on Instagram the other day. It's just I like it when the whole family gets involved, and I think that's a lot of fun. I get the feeling Dan really gets into the moment. Maybe he hates it. I don't know. Maybe he hates Halloween. I don't know. But he says, so much fun going on. Sorry I'm late. You're not late. Of course, you know that deal. I bet it's a wild week. It's going to be crazy. And,
we're just having fun.
And so we're just having fun. Just seeing your face is awesome. And knowing you thought to come in, that's really fun. Bearded man, you say. So we lost Brian. He is caught in the throat of a T-Rex. His beard saved him from being swallowed. John... Well, sometimes he has a beard, and then sometimes he's got adorable feminine lips. I don't know. He's all over the map. He's all over the map.
I'm all over the map.
Okay, what is the difference between a caramel apple and candy apples? What am I? It's so subtle. He doesn't say anything. He just drops this massive
I like the
attention deficit distraction, and it's right in the middle of my screen.
This choker's killing me.
By the way, I've got news for everybody. I'm using StreamYard in dark mode.
Dun, dun, dun.
It can be done, and it works great. Maybe I'll tell you people how to do it. Much improved, John. Yeah, your beard's really coming along. Now, me, it got darker. It didn't get longer. I tried, Dan. I just look terrible with scraggy beard, and I don't look as good as you guys. Ian says, I don't like the swirl pop. What's your favorite candy? Let's do it that way real quick before I drop this other comment.
Kit Kats.
Wow.
Who said, Roxanne, you said Kit Kats or Sammy?
Oh, Sammy.
I couldn't. I'm sorry. Sammy, your voice is going to change one day. Do you have a snap thing that changes your voice?
He's got voice mod.
Yeah, you got voice mod.
No.
What did you do at the beginning? What was at the beginning where you were freaking me out?
I used audio hijack.
I love that. I would love for you to answer Kit Kat in that voice, if you could work that up. No, that's not it. But thanks for playing. Thanks for playing. Appreciate it. Roxanne's like, he's got his own horror movie in the corner. You do kind of got a horror movie. All right. Okay. Yeah. Candy is... So my favorite candy, it is hard. Maybe you'd have to do a couple, but when I was younger, it would have been Reese's Peanut Butter Cups for some reason.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's actually very good. I like it. It's appropriate. I wish I had a voice that would have put me more like Johnny Depp. That would have been kind of fun. I should have hunted around for something like that. Ooh, here's one from the past, by the way. At movies, I would get the Milk Duds. I loved them at movies. They weren't loud. You had to, you eat them slow so they lasted more than popcorn, because popcorn never lasted more than about a trailer. Then it was gone before the movie starts in the theaters. But Milk Duds, they took a while to eat. So Kit Kats are great. John, I know you can eat anything. What about you, John? Do you have a favorite candy?
Definitely it's Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Yeah, you and I are probably on the same page. But I told you got to freeze them.
I mean, I like Kit Kats too. Don't get me wrong. And Snicker bars are another. and I love peanut M&Ms too.
Oh yeah, you know I do like M&Ms. Peanut ones are. I don't know why the peanut ones. I think it's back to that salt mix.
Yep.
I don't like the straight little M&Ms. It just gets so overdone with the salty.
Yep.
Boy, we Americans eat a lot of bad candy. When you really break it down, we really don't. We eat a lot of bad.
The truth of the matter is, I barely eat any candy all year.
I know, same here.
I'm not a candy person or like a sweets person. I really love just like good food.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I try to stay in line with like really good food. If I go out to eat, I try to make it a focus of that. And then, if I'm going to dumpster dive, get some Belgium chocolate or something. I try. And then my wife goes out and buys a 40-pound bag of Snickers for trick or treat. And I've lost my mind.
Yeah, I'm more of a guy like, man, if I want to go out and try something, it's like find places that have like the best burgers in Jersey or like Sammy knows, like the best burgers and hot dog places. They're all over the place. And I would rather like try some of that stuff out than have like a pie or something or a cake or something like that.
Totally.
You got is this like a Halloween related Gaga? I guess that's fine. You kind of got that vibe going on there. Maybe if you're wearing a meat suit, but it works out. Darlene, Junior Mints. Not a fan of the mints. I think mints are something
that reminds me of the Seinfeld episode.
Yes.
The Junior Mint.
They dropped that into the operation table there.
Oh yeah.
That was
good
really
episode.
Fun. Oh, Vinny, the worst candy ever were the pens, the push-up pops. Never going to that house again. The penis push-up pops. Got it.
Oh,
Got
it. Don't go to that house.
God, yeah. Thank you, Vinny. Appreciate your
Thanks, Vin. See you over at Tommy's stream.
Well, there's always one adult in the room. Honestly, Vinny never throws me, and I went through that, and everything looked normal for a minute. That's funny. Ice cubes. Yeah, ice cubes are awesome. Can't beat. Is that a candy or am I? Oh wait, there were those little sugar. You remember those clear little candy? Remember those crystals? Those probably aren't ice cubes. There was like an ice cube candy though. That was all sugar.
The Pop Rocks. Even those things were really cool. How they felt in your mouth, but they were like sugar cubes.
Oh, they were like sugar cubes. And remember the whole thing. Oh, you remember that? There's a kid in like Iowa who died because he drank Coca-Cola with the Pop Rocks. That was a huge thing that always goes around. Probably still does. Darlene says I'm hooked on coffee nut M&Ms now.
Oh, I didn't even know that they were a thing.
So, John, there's a coffee version of M&Ms.
Damn.
I don't know. I always feel like a lot of that stuff. There's so many flavors, all this offshoots. I've not really found a whole bunch.
No, I'm not.
That I like. I feel like it's flavored weird. It's just so chemically done. And I have to say, John, just as far as the Reese's cups, I don't like anything but the normal size ones. Like when they go to the big fat peanut, the whole equation is mixed up.
Yeah,
and it's
mixture. It's got to be like just.
It's not just me.
The only thing I like really change. Like I am a big when it comes to if I ever have cookies in general. There's 3 types that I really like. I like chocolate chip cookies, right?
Yeah,
tend to be soft. I like the soft ones, and I like Oreo double stuff.
Okay,
it has to be double stuff.
So you do like stuff. Okay.
Nutter Butters. Those are like the only cookies that I really like a lot.
I'm going to guess that Roxanne probably eats some really. There's got to be just some amazing confectionery over where you are. So you probably have quite a selection. I don't suspect you're going down to your version of Walmart and buying a 40-pound bag of Snickers like so many of us often do here. But
no,
I mean, what about you, Brian?
No. So like I'm not a huge sweet guy, just like you guys were saying. Yeah. But I will go in like phases where I'll just like really crave it, and I'll get something. I like Snickers and Kit Kats, 3 Musketeer bars. But
that whole family.
My go-to is the whole Mars family right there. My go-to is definitely the Snickers. It just has a little bit of everything. Sometimes that's lunch right there. It's got some protein in there, a little bit of sugar to get you going again. It's a good treat.
He's really selling it.
Yeah. I have stock in it, so please buy it. No, just kidding.
Do you guys remember? I got into Mars bars for a few years when I was younger. I don't know, because I was living down south. It was Mars bars and Mountain Dew. Picture of health.
Oh my God, Mars bars and mountains.
Picture of health. Yeah, so I had a little bit of acne probably for like 6 months till I stopped doing that. But Mars bars are actually pretty good. They got a little more nougat in it. It's kind of a Snickers bar with more nougat, I think. I don't know. But I remember paydays too. Paydays. Remember paydays?
Yeah,
I hate paydays and the $1 million thing. Oh, anything. Yeah, those are not me.
The joke on that is it used to be when John and I were young, $100,000 bars. And now they're $1 million because nobody's like, well, 100,000. That's not even impressive. I'm not going to buy that for 44 cents.
So I kind of like those. And I used to like them. I don't know if you guys remember this, but they were like really different. They were like really like caramelly, stretchy. They were called marathon bars.
Brian. Yes, the marathon bars. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. They were really gooey, right? They kind of had a Kit Kat or Rice Krispie thing in them, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah, I totally remember that.
The Zagnut bars. They were actually pretty good too. Yeah.
You're looking good over there, not Sammy. I like that look on you, man.
It does.
That's pretty hot. Yeah, that's rad, man.
That's a little George Michael.
It does have. It is a little George Michael. God, I miss George Michael. Yeah, it's a little George Michael. Go ahead, George. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask this.
I don't sound like Sammy at all, yeah.
Like, is that Andre the Giant?
I think he just threatened to throw me out of the ring, is what he just did.
I mean, you guys know I'm coffee talking tech, right?
Are you a coffee bean? What are you? I can't even see.
Coffee talking tech.
Oh my God!
I thought it was a piece of something else.
Yeah, something stuck.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it has a vibe. Not gonna lie to you.
I'm sorry, it's kind of far away. So.
Yeah, it's hard to see through your T-Rex nose.
Well, that is true. I am looking through my teeth,
and you still are fearful of being swallowed completely down the neck of the little T-Rex. Ian says, "I want to ask for the parents, and even if you don't have kids." She says, "Did you also enjoy eating your kids' treats?" Now, this is funny because my parents were little burglars when it came to Halloween. I remember my bucket was gone like half. I think they did it so I wouldn't have to outgrow my husky jeans. But I remember my candy was rifled through. Did that happen to you guys? Any of you guys, your candy get rifled through by siblings or parents?
Me personally, I think it was like, I'm not real. I wasn't ever really like had to have that candy. It was like cool to see how much I got, but then after that, the night or the night after, I could care less about that candy. Kind of like my son is very much the same too.
Is he?
He just likes going out, being around his friends, having a fun time, festive time, and all that jazz. But when he gets back and he wants to have a few things the next couple days, but then it's like he could care less where that candy is. And we're not going to let him have it all either. But I just don't think he gets wrapped up into having a ton of it.
I'm assuming you go with him, or do you just inspect the...
No, we just send him out, you know.
Yeah.
Since he was 5, you just go by yourself, kid. Go walk up.
You laugh about that. I don't know about any of you, but I'm shocked now looking back at when my parents would let us do... at 12, like we would walk through cornfields, like little terror movie stuff, because we lived in Michigan or Indiana or Wisconsin or wherever, right? And so you're always near nothing, and you're always near a cornfield, and you'd have to go through cornfields to get to another neighborhood if you wanted to get any candy. And I think back on that going, what the hell are my parents thinking? It's kind of frightening. I don't think parents do that anymore.
Coffee and chocolate.
I mean, I just ran the neighborhood when I was a kid. They're just like, go, you know. So we just really run around.
45 years ago, it was really different. I used to ride my tricycle around the block, when I was 3.
Come on, you all know that's a funny vision to think of John on a tricycle.
Oh yeah, I had the tricycle with the horn.
Bean John on the tricycles.
Bean John on the tricycle. Yeah, I know it was 45 years ago, but here's the thing, John. The stuff still happened. We just didn't know about it because it wasn't coming across all the social media, and, and everything. And actually, there was quite a bit of it going on, sadly. We just didn't know for one reason or the other.
I just I honest to God, I was 8 years old. I was riding to the mall that was 10 miles away on my bicycle.
I know that we were doing insane things on bikes. I agree, and I was glad we did it. I think it was good to do.
Yeah.
And it really there's a whole story on that. But yes, Brian Paul, here is his channel if you guys want to check that out. And I've got Roxanne's channel as well because you need to find our people. Especially because Roxanne it's probably what, 4 a.m. now your time, or what time is it by you?
Yeah, 4:30.
Yeah.
Not looking at the time.
The thing that she's really versed at is Roxanne really knows what guys look good in makeup.
Yes, she's very good at knowing when, guys in Pennsylvania,
Bald guys,
when they put on lipstick.
right?
Yeah, just saying.
She's not like, now you notice she didn't say one thing about this coffee bean looking good.
She's not impressed, dude.
No,
I mean,
she
you have
doesn't
a.
like this.
I commented about your coffee bean.
And
It's
you
just down. It doesn't look like coffee bean.
It doesn't look
So
like
you're
I see,
agreeing
I'm
with-
not the only
No,
one.
it
I'm not
looks
the
a
only
little
one.
bit more like what we would call a llama bean,
So
because
you're
if you
saying I
don't,
got a crappy face? Is that-
yes, that's exactly what we're saying.
I call it elephant turd.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
Nice.
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I was giving you llama bean.
Look like a dung beetle rolled this up a hill or something.
Yeah.
Why do they always roll it up the hill?
Right, it's much easier down.
It rolls
any-
itself down, so you don't have to push it down.
Ian says that's gross.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, Rodrigo says I used to ask my parents to eat the chocolate portion of the treats. Yeah. I'm with you, John. I was more about the vibe than the candy, even at a younger.
Did anyone have like something really special? The talking hemorrhoid. So did anyone have anything special?
I'm sorry. Hang on.
For
a second.
like 3 years, I dressed up as like Batman. I was a real big Batman fan.
I bet
Anyone
you
else?
were. I bet you. He had nice lips too.
Dr. Rob is
We're going to bring in Dr. Rob. He's I like this. I like where he's going with this. Here we go. I believe it's it's Mandalorians in the house.
Doing? Good to see y'all.
It's so great to see you.
Hi,
Welcome.
Dr. Rob.
We're so pleased to have you. Thank you for everything and all this. Oh my
Nice.
God.
There he is.
Oh, he's got the night on. He is rocking. Now that's a real deal.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's a real helmet.
Oh my. Is there a story on this, or where did you grab
No,
this?
that's what I wear. It's my alter ego when I play on stage with my church as a guitar player. I have the whole tunic and the whole 9 yards. I
that's
dress as
cool.
a.
Are you serious?
guys.
Really? That is fantastic.
Yo, that's
I
hot.
dress as a what do you call it? A crusader.
Oh, of
I
course.
just play.
Right.
And I remember those Crusaders were always plugging in their amps way back when. So you're just
We
nailing
like
all.
rocks.
Exactly.
How you
That's
doing, everybody?
we're doing well. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for jumping in. You've been such a treat, actually jumping in the streams for a while now, like a month or so,
Oh, yeah.
maybe 2. And it's great
And
to see
there's
you.
My face, just so you can see my ugly mug in there.
Yay. Dr.
We love
Rob,
it.
What's up?
Oh, you're lovely. Look at what John's fighting. I mean, look what.
Listen, you got to embrace your good looks. It just,
You must be strong in the force.
Yes, keep the
Right.
force up. The force will hold your face together. You're going to be fine. So now, Dr. Rob, can you give us a little bit of background on besides the church gigs? Can you give us a little bit?
Many years ago, I don't know, I want to sound all octave, but many years ago, I got into, when I first got into Christianity, I got into Striper, and I really liked the way they carried the persona forward. And I figured, well, I don't have really that good of a looking face, so I figured I'd go with something a little bit more medieval. So I hide behind this, and then I can play as the way I want to, and I don't have to feel embarrassed about people making fun of my funny faces when I play.
Well, now, I'm sorry. So are you a bass player, or are you a lead guitarist? Or?
No, I'm a lead guitarist.
He's a
I've been
guitarist,
playing
yeah.
lead
Well, I was gonna
guitar
say,
since
I
was
mean-
about 7 years.
Okay. So that's what I thought, because I'm like, well, if you had bass face, see, that would even make more sense, because, bass faces, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, bass players make the cringiest faces ever. So they call it bass face, actually. Does
it's locked.
that hurt? Oh, yeah, we're going to have to put
get this open.
what was that movie?
It's got a, hold on.
Oh, you got the chainmail and everything going on here.
Yeah, well, this is.
Or is that your hoodie?
The protective headgear.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to put that cold metal on your
I
head.
don't need that cornball
Oh,
thing.
no. And hold on just a second. I'm going to flip off the camera and put my hat back on so you don't see my bald spot.
Oh, well, all of our.
That's what I always do, so you don't see my eyeballs.
This is why John's rotating. Yeah, John's going to just do this forever, and he's always going to have a wig or a hat. It's actually quite brilliant.
It's gonna be
Brian-
Christmas, and we'll be like, John, why are you still a witch?
Right.
I'm a Christmas witch.
I'll switch up for the holidays, guys.
He's just mad because somebody dropped a house on his sister.
That's it. Broke her legs.
Broke her legs. He understood the reference.
Yeah.
Oh, The Wizard of Oz. You know, that's a movie that when I was a kid actually did scare me. I don't know. I mean, if you're like, 14 or not 14, even younger, 12, those movies kind of were scary a little bit.
You know what scared me was like the flying monkeys.
Yes.
And everything was right.
Yes.
Creepy, man.
They were creepy. I mean, the other stuff was okay. The monkeys, I mean, I'm sorry, but that was, now I look at them, I'm like, oh, I see the wires. But I mean, back then, when you're 12, you're like, that's terrifying to see that. And the music was off.
Dr. Rob, he kind of reminds me of the Wizard.
You do got a little of the Wizard going on back there. I like it. So
Pay no attention to the man in front of the green screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole vibe, and the whole story of the Oz is really actually quite fascinating. And
Roxanne, you remember watching Wizard of Oz for the first time?
I watched it quite late, so I watched actually the musical first, and then.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yes.
So
then
the
I
Wiz,
watched.
And then
not
how
the
old
Wiz.
were you? Like, when you say
Wicked.
late, how old were you when you watched it?
Probably in my 30s. I had to catch up all the, old American movies.
Right.
So yeah, probably yeah.
I'm just saying here, right, Jeff? It's like it's kind of like the thing, like that's like a thing you start watching when you're like 5.
Yes, that's the thing. I remember being sat in front of the old black and white TVs that still existed.
It was like that.
Every year it was on, and you knew it was like fall usually, right? And it was Halloweenish, and it would come on. And thank you, Ian. The music was weird. It started weird because it was black and white, and we were tripping out because we were at that age where things were still color, and we thought everything was color. But man, the music was weird. It was a little psychedelic in a way, and it was just trippy. But yeah, I think once the monkeys got involved,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have nightmares. But every year they made us watch that stuff. It was like, oh, it's a kid show. It's not a kid show. Stop that. So, Roxanne, you saw Wicked? Is that what you saw?
Mm-hmm. And then I watched the film.
Yeah, Wicked was big.
Wicked was amazing.
I still haven't seen that.
I have to say, if you haven't seen Wicked, you're gonna love it. I mean, it's just everything about it, the music, the story, it's great. It's such a worth. If you're not even into that kind of stuff, you'll love it. I'm telling you right now. And I can see why you saw that and went back and took out. I got to check out Oz after all this because it's kind of a prequel. Okay. Essentially. Question. Dr. Urok, do you know, oh God, Ken Verhecke? I don't know if I'm pronouncing this.
The last name's not familiar. I know Ken Carson. We do a 80s rock hair thing on Fridays.
Is that right? So
yeah.
So who are you? I'm guessing you're covering. So who are you leaning into on covering for that?
On covering as far as band
The music.
wise, or
like is there a band or two that you lean into? We like them more.
Like Zebra.
well, we basically go into all the hair rock of the 80s.
So anything,
And we
it's
play little snippets. Yeah, it's
Okay.
little snippets of and we decided for the Halloween theme we're gonna all do the wigs and everything else.
Yeah.
And
That's
straight 80s look, and we're gonna see how that goes. It's an early morning show about 9 a.m. But the other Ken, I'm not sure of the last name.
No, I'm curious.
Do you remember Zebra, Doc?
Yep.
You remember?
Tell me what you want.
Yeah.
Who's behind the
Who's
door?
behind the door?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was good stuff.
good stuff.
And then there was a couple like really good ones.
Triumph. I was a big time Triumph.
Oh, Triumph! Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're going back.
Rick Emmett. Wow.
Yeah, going through and doing like melodies or montages of 80s would actually be a lot of fun. It'd be a fun mashup.
Absolutely.
Wasn't there a musical that did that? Wasn't there a full-on musical who just did something with the 80s? Well, not just did. It would have been a few years ago now, but could have sworn rock on or something like that. I think that was a musical, right?
Yeah, it was Rock of 80s or something.
That's it. Thank you. God, it was driving me crazy.
And then,
Now we get away with we play under 30-second clips of songs just to keep throwing them out there. That way we can stay
I like
away
that.
from copyright issues.
Oh, okay.
My wife and I saw the Johnny Cash, Elvis, the trio. What was that called? The
My name's Sue.
It was on Broadway.
The wait, what was it, John?
It was Johnny Cash when they all met for the first time. Johnny Cash,
Don't know
Elvis
this.
Presley,
Okay.
and Jerry Lee Lewis, and there was a whole musical about it.
Okay. I don't know that. I saw the one with
awesome.
Frankie Avalon. What was the Beast?
Yeah, the Whatchamacallit Boys.
Boys. Thank you. Yes, it wasn't called the Whatchamacallit Boys. And it's not the Bowery Boys. Somebody will help us out.
Boys.
I bet you Vin-
Ages.
Yeah, Rock of Ages was the other one.
That's the other one.
That was a great one. Somebody, please help me. Yeah, you did have the sorting hat thing going on, but now you've got a little look to you, John. I don't even know. Like, you don't even look like you in here. This is really interesting. This look. I don't know. You look like some.
Vinnie Portelli.
You look like
He
Vinnie
looks
Portelli.
like
Red Riding Hood
Lucifer,
with
but
horns.
with a lot of sexual vibes.
He does. He looks like he's
Sexy
trolling. He's trolling for a date as Lucifer. Are you doing Tinder, Devil?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm a pretty good looking guy in general, so that the thing that always stays with me. So.
Well, being the devil, don't you have a lot of options? Oh my God, that's terrifying. That was very loud in my ears.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
You want that? Is this better? You guys always like. I feel
Ooh.
Oh, when the eyes light up and do
you
weird
guys
things
really
like
like me
that.
as a woman, don't you?
We kind of do.
Sammy likes that. I think Sammy liked that.
$1 Million Quartet.
Yes, $1 Million Quartet. That was awesome. I can't believe you guys don't, or musicians don't know about that. There's a whole
Yeah,
story
Ken
behind
is a
that. They
Christian.
only met once.
Okay, so he's a Christian guitar player. He's on YouTube. Yep.
Not Ken Carson, though. She's not
No, she's talking
Ken
about
Carson.
the right. You get it correctly. Thank you. Yeah, Vinny. He was, of course. I knew he'd be quick with the Jersey Boys. I appreciate that.
I have to go look him up, though, if he's a good musician. Yes, I'm always interested in listening to everybody.
So if I play, but I just want to let you know, if I play guitar, I'm a Christian guitarist too. So
Okay.
Explain.
because I'm a Christian, and then I would be playing the guitar.
Okay. Okay. Is that? I'm sorry. You're being serious, John? Okay. No, we're not. There we go. Meanwhile, Sammy, I gotta tell you, Sammy, you were bouncing around. I'm glad that Sammy came on to test out for Friday. He's running a little sandbox here tonight. That's good. I like it. And I'm not a problem. I like your background there, Sammy. Did you stay
I'm
up?
not doing any of this for a Friday.
I know, man. I'm messing.
Oh, you're not?
You're not? You should.
No, I'm doing something crazy.
This is
I'm
not
gonna
crazy.
have 4 cameras.
Well, then I'm crazy every week. Then
Crazy. I'm gonna have special effects.
Ah,
Nice.
gotcha. Okay, you got. Yeah. Okay. Well, clean up the square there because when
Clear
you
your
reach out,
throat, bro.
yeah, clear your throat. I feel like maybe you're under the weather. Dimebag is. I guess he's leaving. So anyway, everybody thank Dimebag Darren for jumping in.
Thank you,
Appreciate it. Always helping. He's always
Hi,
been
Darren.
gracious with everything. Jeff, do you know that drummer Kickless Barker? Take a look at John again. Slipknot. I mean, I don't know who Barker is actually. Drop the band on there because I don't know. Visually, I feel you. This is I have a friend who plays for the band
I'll give
Cataclysm.
you a story, Dr. Rob. My dad was signed with RCA Records at the time.
Okay.
And he's a guitarist,
okay.
and he's doing a East Coast tour with Hall & Oates. And as he's going through the East Coast and opening up for Hall & Oates, they do the Spectrum in Philadelphia. They're going south. They were in Boston earlier. And there's a band that came about. And you're going to know this band. You're not going to ever remember my dad's band. And it's going to be, the band's name is The Flock of Seagulls. And The Flock of Seagulls
Sure.
had a hit that was called
I
I
know exactly who they
Ran.
are.
How do you how do you think we don't know who the Flock of Seagulls are?
Well,
Yeah, I mean-
no, I said you would know.
I
The
missed it.
Flock
Okay.
of Seagulls had that song I Ran,
Yep.
and it took off. RCA Records at the time was being sold, and they were kind of getting lost in the wind, everybody at that time. And my dad's band got pulled out. The Flock of Seagulls got put in to finish the tour, and my dad lost all that like steam with the band to keep on carrying through. And they probably would have, after that, they would have had a way better chance to be bigger than they ever were. So the Flock of Seagulls took a little bit of clout from my dad's band.
That's really, I guess, funny, sad.
Yeah, and it's funny is because they actually flew my whole dad's band out to the Bahamas or Jamaica or something like that, sat them down and signed them all like out there and took them to like for a week or something.
That's awesome.
Give me a quick answer on this, guys. It is awesome. Better monster, Mummy or Dracula?
Mummy or Dracula? Probably Dracula.
Yeah, it depends which Dracula.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, that there's that creepy one from the like stop motion-y.
Yes, he was the.
Real
What was his name? He was so famous. Oh my goodness. But I know who you're talking about. He was I was super creepy because it was so stop motion and so, the sound and everything was just dark. And then you had the Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Anne Rice version.
What was the name of that guy that did the what was it? Love at First Bite.
Oh
Comedy
yeah,
Dracula.
that's
That was
right.
way back there.
That's way back when's. Well, they're all kind of way back when's nowadays. But when I was younger, that seemed like it was the Mummy, Dracula. Oh well, Frankenstein. Now Frankenstein's not actually the monster; that's the scientist. But everybody calls it. And then there was one more. Well, werewolf. A werewolf was always kind of interesting to me. I guess that'd been a little more scary, maybe. What about you, Brian? Werewolf. You're a werewolf.
I like what they did with the Mummy in the new movies. Like,
did you?
Like the new one with Tom Cruise. It wasn't successfully commercially, but I thought it was a good movie. It was supposed to set up the MonsterVerse, which is going to take all these old properties and bring them back in. But it needed something because the older one like just looks like your uncle wrapped toilet paper around his face, a couple times. But the Mummy.
That's true.
Bad accident in the high school bathroom.
Right, and it wasn't 2-ply.
Yeah. So
that is true.
I
like both, but
the Dracula I liked was the Dracula in Van Helsing, and
yes,
both of them in Van Helsing was really pretty awesome.
That is true.
That was pretty. Yeah, those were intense. Those are actually well done. I always forget that Van Helsing's were really nice.
Yeah, I did too.
Cradle of Filth and a bunch of others. I don't honestly know. I didn't follow them.
Don't know.
I should check it out if anybody knows. I don't know. Vinny says they beat out Flock of Beagles. It was a rough on them.
Oh my gosh. Vince.
Well done. The Blob. It's funny about the Blob. So I did a walking tour where in town, we have an old historic downtown, and they have a cultural center and they have actors. And then what they do is they do a real live action thing. We do a tour every year around the city, and they have actors all over the town and in buildings, and they act out these scary scenes. And it's kind of cool. So they go through the whole thing. But this year was the 50s, and the Blob came up, and they were playing the Blob at the beginning to get you in the mood.
The original.
The original. And the Blob was, I could see where people freaked out, but then you watch it now and you go, wow, it's just, what they did. So you're like, whatever. But I get it. I can appreciate how that terrified people at the time, but it was on all the time when we were younger.
Yeah.
It's like, I got tired of it. Not a problem, Ian. We're gonna finish up here in a few minutes as well and let our people go. But any other Halloween? Oh God, John. So John, you're not gonna let us know. So I'm guessing your costume on Thursday is not CGI.
No. It's just a little something. That's all. Just have some fun.
Yeah.
Chill out. Yeah.
You're gonna let us know what it is. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to pick a costume that I could survive in for at least an hour. You know what I mean?
Right.
If it's too hot, now, how are you holding up there, Brian?
I'm very uncomfortable.
I'm very uncomfortable.
Thank you for asking.
Yes, thank you for asking.
Take it off if you have to.
You can take it off, man.
I'm scared to take it off now. I see John in the hot tub.
Yeah, he may ask you to jump and join. Brian, I love your honesty. John, thank you, Ian, for jumping in and giving us a fun evening. Well, Brian, you could take it off, Brian. Don't. If you don't want to, that's fine.
Probably sweating to death.
I would. Well, I've got a little sweat too. And John, when he did his, when John had his llama PJs
He's
on tonight,
misting.
I knew.
When I had my llama PJs on, it was
You were
so
hot.
You
were-
Holy cow.
I don't know what's funnier, the fact that you had llama PJs on, or that is telling me about your PJs. Because when you laugh with that I don't know what you call them,
I'm gonna be
teeth.
so happy come like Saturday or Sunday mornings when the winter comes. It's a little chilly, and then I get to put those llama PJs on. Though, oh, I'm gonna love it.
I guess, but I have to tell you, it's already that way here. I mean, it's pretty damn cold already here. Are you guys getting cold where you're at all? Anybody? I mean, cold is
We're supposed to get a
relative.
cold front tomorrow here in Texas.
What's your cold front?
Well, we get them from time to time.
Well, I mean, what is that cold front like going to be for you guys?
65.
65?
No, I don't know.
Oh no, we had a hard freeze last year. It was amazing. We've never they froze all the way
I
down
saw
to
that, yeah.
Galveston last year. Yeah, that was incredible.
I don't know. We've been tripping out here a little bit already with the
My
nights.
coworker, I just dropped me off. He's going to be in Austin by in 2 days, actually.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, they're driving from Jersey down to Texas.
Rodrigo wants to know, has anyone watched Night Visions? I used to like that series as a kid. I don't know. I remember, was it Hitcher or Hitchhiker? There was a weird show.
The Hitchhiker.
On Friday nights, I think it was on, or something weird. I remember because we used to have, us older people, we had no cable at one point, or you did, but still, you had the local channels. Remember the UHF channels? And you'd end up watching a lot of old old movies on the UHF channels, things like The Blob and stuff like that. But I remember.
You watched whatchamacallit zone, right? The what's that thing? What's that show from the 50s? Yeah, what is that?
The Twilight Zone?
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
Dude, I
those
used to watch that all the time.
those were kind of spooky,
They
right?
were kind of spooky.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, that was a great example of a show that got into your head, and they'd always have that twist at the end, and you're like, like the guy who's in the little box, or I remember all
Twilight
of
Zone
Yourself
was
on a boat
awesome.
in a river. Oh wait, that's a song.
You guys seen the one that was on HBO that had like the Crypt Keeper? Like, this
Yes,
is a little bit down the line. But when I was younger, I saw one where they had this guy was an amazing ventriloquist puppet master, and it turns out the reason he was is because he had a second person on his hand, and it went bad and he cut it off and ran around and everything. Of course, I watched this after the Super Bowl. I believe it was a Cowboy Super Bowl. I'm younger than I should be watching it, and that thing freaked me out for like months.
Oh
honestly.
my God.
Puppets still freak me out. Just a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a good point. I should have put that as a question, but puppets versus clowns. Like, what do you find creepier? Because clowns are pretty. Well, Chucky.
A lot of people don't like clowns. It doesn't bother me at all.
No. Roxanne, does one or the other kind of nudge you one way direction or the other?
It's like whenever you mention clowns, I only have the image of eat.
Sorry about that.
The image of eat.
Oh, it.
Yeah, that's a classically awful clown. I haven't even seen the new ones. I guess they were reasonable, but the book really was freaky. But that's kind of what I was thinking. But clowns in general, I just look. I don't know if anybody here knows. Sammy won't, but Ed Gein was kind of a deal, and he was a mass murderer who in the 50s took people's skins and made lamps out of them. He lived about 45 minutes north of here. So Ed Gein is kind of like the Dahmer of the 50s a
Gotcha.
bit. And that's another guy who lived in the area. We are just lousy with cannibals in this area.
With the cannibals.
But that's true. Like the crypt, was it the crypter or the crypt keeper? I can't remember what that was called.
Crypt keeper.
And it would open up and it would be the skulls or something. He would sit up, I think. Oh my God. Some of the stuff we watched. Okay. Yeah. Not a fan. Yet I watched it, but the puppet one, Brian, I remember.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one there.
I remember that too, and I thought it was
freaky.
Crazy freaky.
Oh, yeah.
It just smiles. Every time you smile, dude, it's just, you're in a hot tub. I don't know. Is Dracula in a hot tub talking about how freaky? Yeah, I don't, look at that.
I don't even know what's real anymore on John's feed. It's
I know.
Is the background real? Is John real? Is this a playback? I don't know what's happening.
Vinny says juggling clowns freak me out. I just think
They're
any
too
clown.
heavy. They hurt my shoulders. The
You
clowns.
are so strong. I'm not a fan of clowns. I don't know. I think they're good. I got a neighbor who's going to put up a bunch of clowns in next year for little scary ones in the yard. I think that'll be fun. Like I do like how they do create a vibe, but I'm not a huge fan of it. It was a terrifying
Sam, you like clowns?
visual movie. So
They clown around.
Some of them are creepy, some of them are not.
Right.
so Bozo, not so creepy.
Bozo.
No,
not so bad.
Bozo was
Ronald
like
McDonald.
No, Bozo was fine. Bozo. I love
Every
the voice.
time this Ronald
Bozo's
McDonald with
fun.
that, every commercial he'd have the Ronald McDonald house. I used to think when I was a kid, I was like, how greedy can this guy be, this clown, right? How big of a house does this clown want? He's got to ask for money.
We're
all
always
the time.
putting change in his little glass house at
Right.
the counter.
What a
you know?
selfish, greedy clown.
Yeah, he was terrible.
Big feet.
Big feet. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I will say though, if you're going to ask between puppets or clowns, puppets are creepier to me.
No, really?
You don't think so? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I just the vibe of them turning to life.
Well, Chucky is quite creepy.
Yeah, Chuck. Oh my God.
Chunky.
The first movie was just
Yes.
Yes.
out of this
What's
world.
the Anna doll or whatever? That's a relatively recent one. That one looks pretty creepy too. I haven't
Chucky
seen it.
was
Like,
creepy.
You know that's
Commercials
based
come
that's
on.
based off a real doll, right?
That's what I
actually
hear.
haunted. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean it. I'm actually being serious.
No, I'm serious. Yeah,
Okay.
no, I know you're right. Yeah.
You know I'm serious.
I know you're serious.
We're just
This
doubling
is
down.
very
Like
important. No, this is happening.
this is happening. In fact, that doll is real. In fact, I have it right here, right now.
In fact, it's right.
In
I
fact, it's
couldn't
in.
have that doll in my house.
In fact, I mailed it to you, Brian. It should be there right now. Exactly. Yeah, that's a creepy one too. That movie. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, but it did look creepy. Rodrigo says it was actually he thought it was the funniest thing he watched as a kid. So some insight into Rodrigo.
That explains a lot about
I didn't think it was funny, but maybe I don't know.
Some of it was.
I think if I watched it older, I would have found it way.
Yeah,
more
come
fun.
on. Now if you watch it, it'd be like that, like the Swamp Thing. Remember the Swamp Thing or the Creature from the Black Lagoon?
Oh, it's on the screen now.
What?
It's here.
What's here?
It.
Oh, I didn't. Oh God, that is kind of gross. A little better. Although you could make that kind of terrifying too if you did it in the right way.
Oh wow, that's
Is that the ECAM clown? That's actually really well done. And John, who you?
I don't know. Just people.
You kind of look like an ant
Bozo the clown.
who's got a purse with
A
candy in it.
fairy. He's a fairy.
He's a fairy.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Very fancy fairy.
I look
Yeah.
very nice.
Do you have a wand, like one of those little like fairy wands?
I have a Juan's my Spanish friend.
Fascinating.
King of fascinating, king of puns. That's actually
That's
very
very
good.
funny. Very
That's
funny.
very punny. So does anybody host? You see, now we used to host parties for Halloween, but then COVID said no. Now last year, what we did was because people were dying to get out, but they weren't, so we packed everything up in those little packs of candies, put them in, they're grab candies, put a table out at the end of the driveway, and hope the hell it was warmer than 30 degrees. It turned out to be a really nice night for here, a great night. And then, but the adults were so desperate for connection. They were just like, thank you. Thank you for coming outside and sitting here. We got in costume. And they're like, we need to talk to an adult. And so they would linger and the kids just wanted to go, but they're like, no, we got to talk to these crazy people out here. We gave out, here's the thing that's kind of scary about this, just to be real. We have people, we've done Halloween big here every year. We met most of our neighbors last year during COVID in fall than we've ever met our neighbors in the area. I thought that was really interesting and odd.
That is interesting.
When pushed to not being able to do something, people sought it out and they said the same thing. We are meeting people we never would have met just by the sheer, we just got to do something. We got to figure something out. And I thought that was really cool. It was really interesting. What's this? John's?
You guys are crazy people.
I just discovered I have a new fetish thanks to John's appearances.
I don't want to know what that is.
You know, Roxanne, sometimes these
Sorry for the
fetishes,
typo.
sometimes the fetishes just come out in public. You can't determine when you're going to find out new things about yourself. And I feel the same way, Roxanne. He's really bringing things out of me.
She really likes the lipstick, though.
Yes.
I do have a desire, though, to all of a sudden to give a shoulder rub to a T-Rex. So there's another new thing that I've learned tonight. Yep. Yeah. I just feel like just give you a little, maybe your arms could lengthen out if I could give you a little rub on the neck.
Yeah, they could use it. This is kind of heavy.
Marlene, I've got it. The timeout's coming from some setting. I will look into that. I apologize for I know you guys have been fighting that a little bit tonight.
Yeah, it got me once.
Yeah,
I might go to sleep soon.
Well, that's fine.
It's almost 12.
It's almost 12.
Dude, that outfit that you are wearing with that voice.
Sammy, with that voice.
It's like the guitar player for Ghost.
It kind of does. Dude, that is some sweet stuff. I'm so glad you got on and did that. That really makes my night.
I think this is funny.
I do think it's funny.
If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
The good news is, Sammy, it is almost midnight by you. It is also midnight, and it's probably about 8 a.m. by Roxanne right now.
It's 11 o'clock for us on the East Coast.
10 o'clock here.
It's 10. Oh, you're right. It's an hour. So why is he saying midnight by you?
Because who knows?
Who knows? Nobody has an answer for what Sammy is dealing with.
Never learned to tell time.
Sammy, do you have a digital watch, or do you have do you have any kind of watch, Sammy? I'm just curious for a child your age. A teenager your age.
A child your age? He's almost an adult, Jeff.
He's gonna. I know. I'm sorry for that. Do you wear a watch? I'm just curious. Do anybody your age wear watches anymore?
I think most of them use Apple Watch, but I never got into that.
I got maybe one vowel of that. I maybe understood.
Java wears watches. I can't tell.
People don't wear watches. Actually, they've come back the last 2
They
years.
have as fashion statements.
Yeah, fashion. Which I'm a watch guy. I think I have like maybe 6 or 7 watches, but they're just like they weren't in for a long time, and now they're back in. So
yeah, they're coming back. I used to love wearing the watches, and I've seen some now that I'm like, oh, fashion wise, that might be kind of fun. But I'm like you guys. I have my phone all the time. The Apple Watch, or I have a fitness watch. I'm
more like with John. I have a whole watch collection. I just find the mechanics of it fascinating. But I've always had kind of I really like new things. I have like an Apple Watch, and then I have like a really old some really old watches that have clear faces that you can see the mechanics inside and stuff.
I always did dig those. Those are always kind of fun. Has Life, how you doing? Thank you for stopping in. I know you're a busy on the run person, and I appreciate you coming in, saying hi. Wants to know what's up, panel. Well, John has been. We've all been doing something, but John has been doing some extra and going through some iterations that you missed, which I'm sorry you did, because John, I hate to tell you, John, tonight, John, just so you know, tonight was in a 1080 on StreamYard. So when I screen capture every one of your characters off of my replay and I make a montage out of it, it's open game. So I'm going to do it because it's going to be fantastic. We're going to find some music. We'll do some of that. And
I'm going to be honest with you. I think one of my favorites for the whole night, though, is this one right here.
The Widow?
I like this one.
That's that is lovely.
I really do. Has, what do you think? I think this is the best one.
Has, thumb up or thumb down on this?
My seat's so far down low.
Thumbs up.
Roxanne likes it. I like it.
Help! I think I'm melting.
I think it's a thumbs up.
Yeah,
I like
this
it.
one best.
Yeah,
it really accentuates my cheekbones.
Well, I didn't know you had any until you did this.
Sets off your lipstick.
I mean, and Dr. Rob's clearly his cheekbones are coming out with that.
I'm a guest on Sammy's stream.
Vinny,
there's so much happening.
look at John over at Sammy. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Yeah, it is a little something. If you know John, it's going to be hard to unsee this. This is the thing of nightmares that are made. So we can't etch a sketch this out of our brains, but we can all have groups and hold hands and try to get through it all together.
Just check my sub count. I lost 32 subs.
Yes, probably. You probably did. But I like how you morphed over into Sammy's world and you can be in two places at once. That's always nice.
That's the great thing about me.
That is maybe the only great thing about you is you're teleporting.
It's like Agent Smith. He's duplicating everywhere.
It's nice.
Oh, man. If he comes into my stream, we're all in trouble now.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if he showed up right behind you? He's like got some super duper powers.
There's no one going to top your entrance, Jeff. I'll tell you that.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Awesome. I'm so glad that you guys liked it. I thought with one person, that was kind of my thing. I said to my wife, like, I know it's kind of weird to put all this time into it, but if one person enjoys it, then it's worth doing. And I really did have to think about it. It is effort. It's effort to put on a T-Rex. It's effort to put on a helmet or doing with Sammy or Roxanne staying up this late. It's all effort to do anything. Warm. Well, you pick your costume, you live with it. I don't want to hear it now. You're here now, and you're going to have to suck it up. But if you start to pass out, please take it off.
I'm a surgeon, not a psychiatrist.
So I figure this way, John, to your point, if one person enjoyed it, then I feel like it's worth it. And I think that's how you have to do creativity and push yourself. And then I learned so much doing it. So I'm hoping to take that experience forward as I work on my projects and do more. And
I think it was
push your comfort zone. You know,
a lot of times, I thought this week would be a good break week just in general because we've been going hard with, talking about deep topics a lot of times and getting over hurdles and struggles.
Yes.
Then we talk about goals. Then we're talking about some tech stuff. I was like, why don't we just have some fun and hang out with some of the people that are always with us and watching? And that was the main thing about this, I think. I
think you nailed it. And I think sometimes you need to find, I don't want to say excuses, but you need to find reasons to get together. And sometimes it's nice to have an offshoot of a different type of way. I mean, you can always go, let's get together and grill, but it's fun to have a reason to get together and have people on and
new people.
Yes. And Dr. Rob may be new, but he's been already a lovely champion of the channel. And of course, I can't say enough about Roxanne and Sammy and Brian, my favorite people in the world.
I want to say thank you for letting me come up. I appreciate it, guys.
It was our pleasure. I'm so glad you did. I really did. That helmet, really, you dig it. That is the real deal. By the way, do you have like a sword or anything that goes with that or any kind of...
No, my guitar is
No, he's got a guitar, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Well, calm down. I was just asking the man a question.
As a matter of fact, if you'll hold 5 seconds, I'll get my sword.
Go get your guitar sword.
I feel so attacked here.
Yes, please.
I feel like it's not finished without
That's his axe from 1542. He's going to be right back.
He's having so much fun with this too.
Yes, and you know what? I'm glad. I want him to have fun, and that's really good.
Absolutely.
Sammy, Keshu says, Sammy, blink if you're in trouble.
He's definitely in trouble.
Sammy. By the way, if you go back and you flip through this video, you'll see John in about I would say 15 to 20 iterations of himself. Yeah. And I'm so glad you did it, John, because it's just, I mean, any costume you picked would have been fun. But this is great. I really love it.
I thought it was just fun to goof around, because it's actually something I wanted to do a while back and I didn't do it. And
wow,
nice. There she is.
Now I got to ask, do you joust with that?
Oh yes.
Okay.
I'm always jousting.
I figured you're you're a tuneful jouster. That's beautiful, by the way. That's a beautiful axe.
It's a very axe shuriken.
Wow.
It's line 6.
Did you get it from a lady in a lake? Are you now the king of England? So
is there a devil and is there a down to Georgia?
Excalibur from the bosom of the water.
Yes, if you missed Lala earlier on, her costume was so adorable, and
it was awesome.
What I loved awesome. It was right, but what was so great was she was so committed. She didn't want to talk. I could tell she didn't, and I respected it. So Nope. I really she committed to it. What do you call those? What are those actors? Method actors, that just commit to the whole process. What is this now? Oh, he's like this. Sammy's like,
wow.
He looks like look like one of those kids in those old time little like movie things.
It's Jeff and Sammy show, starring Sammy Superstar and J.A. Smith.
I love you, Sammy. You're so great. I love that he's smiling all the time. Absolutely. She's great. By the way, let's all give Cashew a big thanks.
Yeah, thank you,
there's
Cashew.
so much going on. She's managing this. I don't care if there's 10 people. Yes. Or 30. It's not easy to manage all the stuff going on, and she does it with such
Thank you, Cash.
grace and there's attention to detail, and I love that she'll honor everybody in their way, and that matters to me. So thank you. I can
True
give you
that.
Big thumbs up on that. I also want to thank everybody here. Look at John and I now. We have somehow transported over to Sammy. Sammy has magical powers. Is that the ECAM magic? Sammy, are you a wizard for
The
ECAM?
magic of ECAM.
Yep. That's what I thought. Now, Sammy.
He seems to be extremely proficient in no BS.
ECAM
He has it down. He is very proficient, and I want to say, Sammy, thank you for coming in. You're always one of our favorite people and delightful. You know so much about streaming, and you know the hiccups that go along with it, and you're so helpful for everybody. And so thank you for coming in, because it brightens my day, and I'm sure everybody else here. Brian, what can I say, man? I've only known you since...
Brian's losing oxygen.
We might need a welfare check over at Brian's house. So we might have to have someone knock on the door and just check with him. Brian, are you okay?
I will live.
Okay.
I will live.
I would like an email in the morning and follow up on your health, if that's okay. And if you've been swallowed whole. And Dr. Rob, thank you so much.
To take a shower.
Thank you for coming in and sweating in your own helmet. I imagine it's quite warm, no matter how much air conditioning has gone on. And for you guys hanging around, like 2 hours went by so fast. Feels like we were just talking about doing this like yesterday, and it was like 4 or 5 weeks ago. And for you guys to come on and say hi, I so much appreciate it. Cassie was taking over all by herself today. She is, and did the Blue Man Group break up? Great job, Cassie. Yes. Well, we have a couple moderators here, so that's kind of helpful. And I didn't make a lot of people moderators. I might have to anoint you, Rodrigo. You might have to kind of give you your own sword. Roxanne, I don't even know what to say. You've been so wonderful to me on and off screen, and a big champion what we do. And we do need to name this little llama, so we're working on that.
Sure.
We've got some ideas. I didn't want to rush naming the llama because it's really important to the community, but we've got some ideas, and we're going to cultivate as we go something that kind of feels good, right? So I want to just, we're going. Yes, Sammy, I know you're going to sleep.
Sammy's like, I'm going to sleep soon.
Sammy never fails to deliver. I'm not going to lie to you.
Me too, Sam.
I'm going to say goodnight to all three of you and keep John on for 1 minute until next time. Hopefully we see you guys maybe Thursday, if nothing else in the chat, to say hi. Let's not forget next Thursday, everyone. We're going this coming Thursday. Yes. So 2 days from now, 48 hours less. John is going to be doing the same thing on his channel. I will have a different costume. John will have
different costume.
Yep.
I'm gonna have a dressed up costume, and instead of this, the filters, and so if anybody wants to jump on that couldn't have jumped on Tuesday, we can get on to the show and jump on Thursday.
I wanted to do this because it brings you tighter, and if you don't think I want a 1080 screenshot of this goodness. Look how beautiful our pictures are.
Do you like my eyebrows when I do this?
I do. Now mine are drawn on, but we both. You have the Twitch. You need to get that checked out. That's a spot. And I'll be honest with you, John. I could. You know what my key light is?
Yeah.
It's a little Yolandi, a little better. I have to say, it's really good on my eyes. I kind of like this vibe, honestly. It's kind of neat. And I'm definitely going to do it for this Thursday to keep our vibe going, because when you do this much work on your background and what we're doing, we're going to definitely get a couple days use out of it. So I'm glad we're doing 2 days. John, I just want to say, John, thank you for playing along. I think sometimes people forget how easygoing you are and how playful you are. I know that you are. And for people who don't know that, I think they're getting the vibe that you're way more than meets the eye. And did I skip a comment here? But do you look like Sean Bean? You're a handsome man. I did. I apologize. I did jump over that on accident. I apologize for that, and I'll let him answer that. Thank you. I'm blushing. Okay, so there's a little love fest going. I love it. Dark chocolate love. I just want to finish up with these comments real quick. Dr. Rob, thank you for stepping on, giving us your time. Let us know about your back. I love your acts. I love the whole deal.
And he's good with streaming, right?
He's very good with streaming. You could tell this guy's got it going on. He's got it at his fingertips, and that is cool to see. So that's why when you give us the compliments, we know this, and we're like, it's fun getting that from that dude. So I do appreciate that. Roxanne says, thanks for having me. I was terrified. I know. And that's the thing. And she probably was. I know Roxanne's working through her initial streaming pain points like we all have. And I'm so proud of her and so glad that she came on and to share her time and energy, because she's with us every stream and when it's very hard for her. And so I so appreciate that.
And I saw the little practice stream she did earlier to make sure she had her stuff together. And I was like so surprised to see it. Actually.
She mentioned it. I missed it. I'm going to go back and actually still watch it. And I'm glad you saw it, John. And that was very, not, I would say hard. That's not the word I'm looking for, but that is a threshold that she's crossed. And I'm really excited. And we're going to work through some tech, and we're just going to take her whatever time she needs on her journey, and she'll find her time. We all just need to find our time. Yep. So so much goodness and so much fun. That's why I'm so glad we did this. And I won't even get into like Brian, because we already have our opinions on Brian. Brian knows.
Yes.
And this confetti fire thing that you got going is such a vibe.
Yeah, it was fun. Like I was excited because honestly, being a guy who weighs close to 270, and I'm not like a fat, like I'm.
No, you're a real deal. Guy, yeah.
So it's hard to find stuff that fits, especially like costumes. And so this worked out really good. And then I have a little get up that I'll be in on Thursday, just to have the fun and carry the fun, and have some people that want to just come on and we can chill and hang out and talk also a little bit more. And it probably won't be as long.
No,
but it will. We'll have some fun and enjoy it before the weekend gets here.
Yeah, and I honestly never planned to go this long. I appreciate everybody playing along. I got lost track of time there at the end. I meant to go about an hour and a half, but you know what? I had fun. That's fine. The background I meant to use all night, I got it. The last 2 seconds, I got it up. But we look good. This looks good, man. This is a vibe. I may have to clip this, like a photo, or snap it, put it on some of our Facebook groups. This is a lot of fun right here. This is really good.
I thought it was great.
I just think it's just fun to see the joy, and I don't want to go on and on about it, but it matters to me because starting tomorrow, I have some more pain points I've got to deal with a video. We all have real life, and so I need to stop for a minute and enjoy this, or I won't have the energy to go on. And John, thank you for being a partner in crime and all this crime, and making me feel not alone. And you were really into it, and I so love that.
We had a great time.
We did. So I'll see you off, and I'll check on you in a minute.
Okay, bye everybody.
Say bye to everybody. Again, thank you to everybody to accommodate all of this nonsense and fun. It matters to me, and all of you matter to me. And thank you for the new friends, to the old friends. Old friends would be experienced friends, we call them now. And stopping in and being a stream buddy for John and I. We absolutely adore you, and we mean that, because every one of you matter to us. So with that, I want you guys to have fun, get some sleep. Come out on Thursday, John's channel, Coffee Talk and Tech, on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Till we see you guys next time.
Have never been clearer. I see what you're doing to me now. They lie, they steal, they fooled us. Deep down, I probably